I'm DireFox240, welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise! Today's gonna be kind of a lazy day, so to speak, because all I want to really do is complete some red check marks. Or rather, acquire some red check marks. By which I mean, completing all the quests. Well, as many of them as I can manage in the span of however long we're gonna be alive. But, there's a couple of things, actually. One, my melding's all done, which I should check before I forget.
I've got some good deals for you.
And two... I believe there's a new event quest, so we can try that as well.
These are for you.
Yay! My luck at its finest right here. Alright, well, I'll get some more monster parts and we can meld like all crazy later. Especially since I don't really know what I want to go for yet. Courier Cat, what do you got? Some new add-on content available for your perusal. What do we got? Beast of the Shadows. Complete this quest and obtain a new sticker set. Heart of a Warrior. Complete this quest to obtain some new special titles. Okay. I'll take both of those, thank you. Alright, actually there's something I need to check.
Good to see you, Hunter.
Decorations... Ooh! I can now make... Oh, right! Phoenix was telling me about this. He made a farming set that essentially combines with Carve Chance High. And
oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I need to hit him up for that set again now that I actually now that I've defeated all of the monsters that are currently available in the game.
And Carve Chance High gives you more carbs?
Mm-hmm. I think 4 or 5 instead of 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'll take that. I think it's this one I want. Of course. It needs Ibushi hide. Well, I guess that's the first thing we're doing is seeing if there's a... you know what? F it. I came in here to do random quests. We're gonna do random freaking quests. Let's see here. Actually, what other rampages look like on this side? No apexes? Is that hub only? I suspect it might be.
Here's the quest list.
Veterans Gala. Okay, that's it. Cool.
Come again.
To the hub! Oh, Subgon? Oh, hey, Don. How goes it? Oh, that's right, probably because, Hunting Fox gifted you a sub more likely than not, if I had to hazard a guess. Because apparently he enjoys gifting subs to people, which, you know what, I'm not gonna complain about. Very generous man.
Before we get too far into this,
Desktop
do you
audio?
do you have the desktop audio muted?
It is on. So we're good.
Good.
Oh, and I think I have found somebody to potentially commission for emotes as well. So, I have a couple of ideas, but I'm always open to new and exciting plans or ideas as well. I think I have like 4 or 5 ideas at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Minato! Event quests! Ah?
These are the available quests.
Oh, new low rank one and a new high rank one? Alright, well, screw it, I might as well do these.
Good luck out there.
Onward! As I forget to check for the rampage quests. So apparently I need an Ibushi hide for a piece of armor. Or a decoration. Oh crap, playing Skyrim and this vampire made me a vampire? Yeah! That happens! What is it? Sanguis Vampirus or something like that? I don't remember.
I don't know.
There's a couple of times where I've purposely become a vampire for roleplay reasons. I don't know how many folks play Skyrim like I do, so... Oh, that's beautiful. I love that I can get like a lay of the land like this for a brief moment. Alright, Goss, Harang, and Magna. Both low rank, so this shouldn't be terrible, but I don't trust anything that Ichinose-san decides to say, hey, this is an event quest. It's special. Come on.
Depends on what kind of event they're trying for.
Burnt her to a crisp. Yeah, vampires be like that. Ow. Alright, I want one of you on one side of the fence and the other... This worked. I just chopped Goss in half.
What's up, duo?
Hey, duo! What up, sir? What's that F-bomb for? I don't want to be a vampire? Go to one of the shrines. You can get cured if you hit a shrine in the next 3 days, I believe. Or if you do get conversion.
Potion of cure disease will also solve that.
Yes. Also, thank you for the host, duo. Well, screw you too, duo. Hi, Zion. How goes it, everyone?
Hey, Zion.
Meet Goss Harang, by the way. He's a bit of a bit of a boy. I get here, the first thing I see. Yeah, that's duo for you.
Yeah. That's the first thing he said, by the way, Zion.
That's the first thing he always says. Stab. I just so when Mel turned and see it, I'm gonna crash. I figured you might be not long for this world. Ah! Hi, Magnet. Okay, Hell Kitty, come here. Alright, let's not get our faces chopped off within the first 10 minutes. Time to die! Yeah, pretty much. Alright, fence, thank you.
Grinding
on-
on Destiny 2, huh?
Oh, frick, you haven't played Destiny in a while, I feel like.
Destiny 2 is not Destiny 1.
True. That's just duo. That is indeed just duo. I drove an 18-wheeler today, like on the road and everything. Duo's so proud of himself, as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got 5 100s on your tests. He showed me 5 tests the other day, and they all have hundreds. 100%.
You need your eyes checked. One of them was 80, one of them was...
No, new batch.
Oh, a new batch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Duo's a freaking champion, apparently. I mean, we knew this, but still.
No, he's an Eagle Scout.
That right there just felt like the meme of, no, this is Patrick! Crap.
No. Eagles, saying somebody's an Eagle Scout, especially if they are,
Is a much more
well,
higher
particularly if they are, is, it's the, if there's a book about it, they're going by it.
That's true. Heavenly Myths just jumped out of the chimney to say hi. Hello, Heavenly Myths. How is life with you? Oh god. I'm getting chased by a very angry Yeti and a cat. All of us, out of all of us, I've driven the heaviest vehicle. Yeah, because you had a trailer on it this time. I forgot. Because before that it was Direwolf.
Wait, what?
When you drove the, what was it called? The Grand Rio. Is that what Rio Grande? Whatever the frick it is.
Diamond Rio.
That.
18-wheeler, yeah. No trailer, but
Oh god.
18-wheeler.
Yep. No trailer. I think Duo was driven with a trailer. No! I should have gotten captured.
Yeah. I've driven an 18-wheeler without a trailer and a dump truck.
Step in time. Burning a vampire is fun. It is. Unless you are the vampire. Hey, can one of you... There we go. Thank you, Magna, for, obliging me. No? Maybe? No? Come on. One of you. Doing good. Feeling the best I have in a couple of weeks. Jesus. Is that good? How has today been for the Dyers? Well... Today's been kind of weird, not gonna lie.
Well,
I don't know how to lead with this particular bit here.
Thursday and Friday,
Ow.
Something like 5 out of 12 starts of the car, the starter just went click and didn't do anything.
Yep.
So this morning, one of the first things we did was get up, make bacon and eggs, and go to the junkyard, where we pulled 2 starters off.
And we got like a special discount because apparently we're there so often. The guy was like, "Ah, I pity you. Here you go."
We're quote unquote good customers at the junkyard sometimes.
Well, Duo just led straight into it with the other bit. Yes. One of our neighbors indeed met an unfortunate end today in my
We aren't even
backyard.
sure if it's a neighbor. It might be a friend of the neighbor.
It could be a friend of the neighbor, that's true. Sorry I'm late. Oh, no worries.
We're
Arthur.
surrounded on 5 sides by farms. And I'm not entirely joking about that. Literally, like 3.5 sides is farms,
Okay.
and then the last half side is a county park. A like 700-acre park. We aren't talking like a city park here. This is like a mile by a mile park.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Or bigger. It's big. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's over mile by mile. I think it's actually more like 3 or 4 miles by 3 or 4.
Something like that.
It's
Also,
big.
Arthur, don't apologize, you're fine.
Which would roughly translate to something like 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers.
Something like that.
Maybe 10 by 10. I'm not 100% sure. It's just rough.
Roughly.
So on one side of us, there is high tension power lines and a farm.
Okay.
Quite often we see cows up on that section of the farm. And it's also kind of rather hilly. And at the bottom of the hill, because it's actually a valley, is a stream, so it's a swampy, marshy section. It's not very wide. It's maybe 100 meters wide by like 500 meters long or so. Well, at the edge of that, at the edge of the farm, they were using a actual farm tractor, not like a lawn tractor. They were using a farm tractor with a tow behind what's called brush hog.
Oh, yeah.
It is a lawnmower with a blade that's like 2 or 3 meters from end to end. And it will go through basically everything except for like full-blown 4-foot across tree stumps.
Something like that.
Or like full-blown 1 meter across tree stumps.
Okay.
It'll go through very, very small trees, like probably 5 to 9 centimeters thick. It'll go through a tree that thick. No problems.
Sounds American.
They're going through this brush, mowing it, and they're on the hill, and his buddy with him told him, hey, don't take the tractor down there, it will flip. Don't do it.
It's a bad idea.
And the guy who was running the tractor took the tractor down there and he flipped it.
And it landed.
Not his fault. Technically it's his fault for being down in there in the first place, but it's not like he was doing something stupid. It just, other than being there,
Yeah.
it was at too much of an angle and the tractor rolled. And
Oh god, alright.
he bit the dust. He was pinned under the tractor.
Alright, hang on a minute. I need to start the
And
timer.
it wasn't slow. There was, not to be graphic, but to be graphic, to explain how fast.
5-minute timer.
There was brain on the ground.
Yeah.
He did not suffer for long. He rolled and he was probably dead before the tractor got off of him to make the second or third roll, however many it actually rolled.
Quick pause. Heavily missed is attacking with the monster count. Anyway, continue.
I don't think you're gonna get enough time to get a response.
I should.
It was not a lawnmower duo.
Yeah, it wasn't a lawnmower, it was like a bush hog. Also, let me catch up in chat.
Yeah, it was a bush hog.
Arthur says he was busy making the sponge. No worries, man. We're putting a
Still
loofah and a
attacking.
scruffy rock. Still attacking? Okay, I'll just keep dodging him. Also, Nerdaboy is still a vampire. Did you go to a shrine yet? Ow.
Even the little mini shrines out in the middle of the woods count.
Yeah, also those count.
By the way.
Even a Talos shrine will count. I'll ride the cat now. But yeah, it wasn't a lawnmower, it was like a bush hog or something.
It was a full-blown tractor with a tow behind bush hog that runs off of what's called a power takeoff. There's a separate drive shaft that comes out of a tractor that has a separate clutch. A bush hog runs off of that.
Yeah.
So It's like a 200 horsepower lawnmower, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was towing that behind him, cutting down brush, which is exactly what a bush hog is made for. But yeah, he hit too much of an angle on the hill, and it rolled, and he died.
Yep.
Like, they got there in a hurry, and I mean in a hurry.
Yeah.
There was... God, there was like 3 or 4 EMS cars, the ambulance, 2 fire trucks, and like 3 or 4 state police vehicles. And they were there literally maybe in 5 minutes or less, or maybe even less, depending.
Something like that.
I mean, getting all of them there took more like 10, maybe 15 minutes. But the first like 5 vehicles were there in a matter of like 5 minutes or less.
Something like that.
Um,
This is like, oh no, the loop went down. What are we talking about? An animal or it's the ore? It was a human that was
Yeah.
aboard the tractor and unfortunately met a bad end.
yeah.
Also, Nerdaboy is still a vampire even after touching one of the shrines. Go
Then
to Morthal and go see Fallon, the wizard. That will fix you right up. You need a black soul gem though. Filled. Continue.
But yeah, he had no chance. They got there, like the EMTs got there, and they obviously ran up trying to administer care, and it was like, okay, he's gone. There's no saving this.
Yeah.
When the medics go, you know, he's
Like
gone.
this one?
Yes, but that's a twin blade one. We're talking one about the same size, but single blade.
Right.
So it rides a little further behind the tractor and whatnot. And it was an older tractor, like 1960s older, where they're narrow and tall and more prone to flipping.
Mm-hmm. My thing? Or you mean the thing in Discord chat? By the way, Heavenly Bits banned me from attacking for 5 minutes, so that's why I'm running around.
Yeah.
Ow. Although I did capture the Magnamolo.
And there was very little way of getting something in there to even
Wait.
get the tractor off of him
Yeah.
in a timely manner. What they needed in this situation was a heavy duty winch, something like 10,000 pounds or more, and a heavy vehicle with enough traction to exert like 6,000 pounds worth of pull.
Something like that. What, like no cab tractor?
Yes, old no cab tractor, you know, just a seat and a steering wheel. The newer tractors are closer to like at least 2 meters wide, tire to tire.
Yes.
This is one of those old tractors that's like
Aha! Timer's
a
over.
meter and a half wide, and it's just as tall. So yeah, it was not a very good thing to take down there, and it all added up the way everybody would expect it to add up.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at that hill, it doesn't look that bad up close, but when you step away and look at it, it's very clearly not something you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you know the tractor, which makes me believe that it was somebody there helping, like a friend of the family, and not like the family, the guy who usually is there doing it.
Yeah.
Because they would know the tractor can't do that.
Fox just crazy to listen. I am kind of crazy, yes. Come here, Goss.
Wait, what's crazy?
Me.
Yeah.
I also got 2 pictures of them while I was running around.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we were trying to test out our media blast gun, which is essentially a sandblasting gun.
Which kind of went bleh, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was problems with air tool oil left in the air hose, which helped cause clogging issues, and then the media that the crushed walnut shells that we were using as abrasive wound up not being crushed small enough, so it had a tendency to jam.
Melatonin's starting to kick in. Alright, good night, Duo.
Alright, Duo. Have a nice night. Talk to you
Sleep well.
tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So that gave me shit for a good long while. Trying to essentially sandblast a brake caliper that it's scrap metal. I was just using it for testing purposes to get a hang of how well things worked and what didn't work, what did work, what needed adjustment. You get the idea. So sandblasted it essentially, washed it down, wiped it off with thinning stuff to degrease it and whatnot. Waited for it all to dry, and then mixed up some automotive paint after cleaning the brand new paint guns and whatnot, and sprayed it.
You can try the crushed walnut from the gun shop, seems pretty fine. I think it might be more the start of the gun.
No, I think it's the crushed walnut. I
think
think
so?
the walnut that we have is coarse walnut, and I think we need medium walnut.
Gotcha. Also, I want to get cookie dough ice cream tomorrow. Went out shopping, but if I get it, I am worried I will eat the full tub, so I have a hard decision. I understand that entirely, because we keep getting ice cream sandwiches because they're on sale, and I eat like 2 of them a day, and it's terrible.
Or more.
Or more. Screw you, heavily I'm on a diet! So am I! Joke's on you, so am I! Oh, that's adorable.
But yeah, so we spent hours on that, and then spray painted, well not spray painted, but painted the brake caliper. What was it, 3 or 4 coats deep?
I think it was 4.
It might have been 4.
I could be wrong.
It looked...
Oh wait, Buddy Jojo.
It looked like it came out of a refurbishing factory. Like a decent quality refurbishing factory. Which was rather surprising, but, you know, had to clean everything up and finally start streaming. We wanted to stream earlier, but...
Yeah. I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow, so do I.
Yeah, we really
I need to pick
go
up some,
grocery shopping.
Yeah, I need to pick up some stuff for work for myself and some other things. Not diet, but healthy
shit,
lifestyle
that's right.
change.
That's what else we did.
What's up?
We had to fucking redo the printer, the 3D printer, to get it to print ABS, right?
And it worked so far.
Yes, so far we are on our first successful print out of like fucking 30.
Yep.
To print RC car parts in ABS and have it work and not warp and totally fuck up.
Okay.
We also had to find and order all of the hardware,
which was another
including
$60.
melt-in thread inserts and shit for plastic, to be able to make the mount, to mount the new printer head, the upgrade printer head, to be able to print nylon and fiberglass reinforced nylon, or sorry, glass reinforced nylon and carbon fiber reinforced nylon.
Yeah. Also, Heavenly says because I'm on a diet, well, I'm changing my eating habits because I'm sick of being fat. I guess that's one reason, yeah.
Hey, props to you for having the self-control
to attempt a diet.
To even attempt it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Heavenly is not as fat as me. No, I would assume she is not. Listen, we have had this conversation before.
It's not as fat as me. This is a competition.
Duo being Duo. Also, he says stream tomorrow will probably be like 5:30, 7:30, or 6 to 8. He wants to do Papers, Please tomorrow. Also,
oh god!
Duo, give yourself a shout out too. I don't know how many people in here are not already following you, but still. Duo is extremely entertaining, fun lad, does silly things every once in a while, plus also can tell you about guns and educate you about them in terms of their function and all sorts of other things.
Oh, and Heavenly, we have had this conversation before.
We have.
I call bullshit on that weight.
None of us, yeah, everybody's like, there's no way! But then again, I mean, I don't know if she was right about like the height disguising it also.
Well, height really does make it easy to
hide.
Misjudge weight. Because you get things like bone.
Yeah, true.
Just extra bone and muscle just because of the weight. Or just because of the height.
Duo who dat? I don't know, couldn't tell you. Seems strange, I'm not really sure. Has not had ice cream in 8 months. Oh my god. You also were abstaining from soda quite a lot too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which is a challenge that, you know, I unfortunately fall short on all the time. I missed every single one of those attacks. Pics I have sent are like a year old. Also, yes, my height hides it a lot. Were you lighter a year ago, dare I ask? I'm assuming yes, considering how you're talking about it?
Yeah, from how you're
Gotcha.
talking about it, I would assume that your weight last year was different.
Yep. Also,
Because like that picture, I'm like, no, that's like 220.
maybe. Ying. Also, Duo, did you prestige already in Payday? Or whatever it's called? I think it's prestiging, I'm not really sure. I failed too, had a case and ran out of other things to drink. Good night. Alright, good night.
Night Duo. Think about getting one of those like 1 gallon freaking water containers.
Yes.
The reusable ones for sports drinks and shit.
I have found myself drinking a lot of water lately, which is a good thing.
Yes.
I try to only drink water while I'm at work, for example.
Yeah.
Since I'm there 9 hours a day.
The reason why I specifically say like the 1 gallon ones is when you start getting between half a gallon and 1 gallon, or I should say 2 to 4 liters, some of them will have a different cap where you can actually get your hand down inside of the container to actually use a sponge and clean the inside.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Otherwise you're stuck using like baking soda and soap.
Oh, we missed him. Narga, you slippery catto. I'm taking all of my giblets first. Problems is about 220 in the pics I've shown. Currently I'm 260. Want to get down to 160. Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, is that 160 or 180?
160.
Holy shit, woman!
Remember, don't do it too fast.
Well, yeah. First huge thing is, don't do it too fast. If you do it at a very slow, steady speed, and we're talking to get to 160 from 260, it might take you like 2 years to do it in a quote-unquote safe manner. There's a limit to how far down you can go before you start running into problems like excess skin.
Yeah.
But if you do it slowly, you give your body the chance to keep up with changes in receding some of the stretched material, like a rubber band. But if you go too fast, well, then you're stuck with an oversized coat.
Essentially. It was like 280 just under 2 months ago. Oh. Okay. That's not too bad, actually.
To me, that's still like pretty
I don't know.
fast.
I know that is pretty quick, comparatively speaking. I don't know what the...
It's not as fast as it would be if you followed like doctor's instructions where they're like, I want 30 pounds this month.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're telling somebody to lose that much that fast? You must be looking for the referral for the plastic surgeon.
Right. Ying!
Asshole. I mean, yeah, I get health reasons why.
They probably
Yeah.
also say it because a lot of people are like, oh well, you know, and they say 30, so the person aims for like 15 or something.
No, they mean 30 when they say it.
Oh really?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
When you get up that high, we're not talking like 280, 250 pounds. We're talking up like 400 pounds, 500 pounds,
Oh, and losing like a
600.
ridiculous amount of weight really quick.
Yeah, they'll go, I want 50 pounds in the first 4 weeks. Or some shit
no.
like that.
No. That's no good. No bueno.
Well, once you're up that high, you're kind of fucked anyway.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound.
Hilarious.
Okay? If you're paying the plastic surgeon one way or the other, you might as well do it fast and be healthy fast.
Yeah, true.
reduce the strain on your organs and shit.
Especially if you're at risk for like
Yes.
heart attacks or something.
Oh yeah. Once you get up above a certain level of body fat index, or percentage I should say, you start really increasing your chances of stuff like diabetes, heart failure, lung issues, all sorts of very, very bad issues.
Emily says, I find it goes fast at the start, then slows down, since I've been stuck at the same weight for about 10 days now. So it's been hard to keep motivation. I'm determined not to derail this time, even after the whole X situation. I wish you all the best of luck. I think you can do it. I mean...
No, not think. No.
Yeah, fair enough.
We know you can do it, Heavenly.
Indeed.
And yes, the start is very fast in comparison once you start really getting into it. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, the first couple of things are the easiest. Like the first couple of pounds are obviously the easiest. There's that. There's also that your body starts, depending on what you're doing, your body starts changing its processing methods, essentially slowing down your metabolism and shit, because you could be making your body think that you are essentially in a famine, like a drought or something like that.
Yeah.
And that makes the problem so much worse. Not that it makes it hard to lose it, but once you go back to normal, you gain it 100 times faster. Because your body goes, okay, now we're out of the famine, now we've got to pack it on just in case there's another one.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
So it's not just, losing it, it's also how you lose it, why you lose it, and, what you're going to have to do to keep it off depending on how you got there.
True.
Some people, it's just as simple as, like, watching how much sugar you eat.
True.
Which, by the way, is one of the reasons why people actually get fat, is sugar.
Heaven says, for me, it's more dealing with the emotional side of things. I can deal with the fake hunger feelings and cravings, but it's hard trying to switch what I find comforting. And food is my main comfort. Ah, fair enough. So it's more the mental thing.
Yeah. Like somebody trying to quit smoking.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, I'm lucky in that my metabolism is stupid. But I also don't eat much.
Not necessarily that we also self-regulate without even realizing it rather well.
True.
And my metabolism is all over the fucking place, but usually high.
Yeah.
Like my metabolism might be like, okay, you need 18,000 calories today, and 2 days later it might be, okay, you need 7,000 calories today.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, one of the big reasons why people not necessarily get fat, but yet one of the biggest contributors to people getting fat in modern society is sugar.
Yeah. It's
a poison, and it goes through your liver, and your liver can only process so much in a day, and then it gets turned directly into fat.
Right.
Some people process different amounts of it, because, people are different. So
right.
One person might process something like 2 tablespoons of sugar in a day. Another person might process 2 tablespoons of sugar in an hour.
Yeah. It really depends.
Yeah. But watching sugar is one of those easy
wins,
wins.
so to speak.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it also tastes amazing, so...
Exactly. And it would be hell on somebody like me. Like, I have a sweet tooth. Dire Fox over here likes sugar, but she doesn't have a sweet tooth.
I used to, really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older and my palate's changed or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't find as much enjoyment in sugar, at least as often.
Like in our coffee, Dire Fox takes one tablespoon of sugar in her coffee, and that's fine for her. And I take 2. Mine is so sweet to her that she can't.
I can't
drink
eat it. Yeah, I can't drink it. It's almost like eating straight like sugar.
Yeah, and Dire Fox's coffee is so bitter that I would have a problem trying to drink it.
Stab chop? No.
I has a
Major sweet tooth. Fair enough. Like, obviously when I was a kid, sugar was like my thing. But at the same time, like, my parents also would buy soda very rarely, so whenever they did get it, I was like, ooh, soda, finally! And I would suck down,
grew up
like...
on Kool-Aid, bitch.
You had all the sugar.
No.
No?
No. I grew up poor.
Mm.
We made 2 packs worth of Kool-Aid on 1 pack.
I got you.
Like,
we always did iced tea.
So I grew up on Kool-Aid and Philadelphia fucking tap water. I cannot drink water for the life of me. It tastes like ass.
I can't imagine Kool-Aid on Philadelphia tap water. I mean, seriously. When I was a kid, I used to steal a spoonful of straight sugar from my grand's sugar bowl near her kettle. Oh!
Yeah.
So you're
like
you
me.
with sugar are like me with salt.
Yeah.
Which is something else I have to watch.
Yeah, we've been trying to watch our salt a little better more often, or more recently. Not because we need to, but because we know we will need to. But the second one is the big one, because my mother really needs to cut down on her salt. It actually has health issues on her right now, due to heart issues and blood pressure issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, sugar sounds like one of those hard-fought, quote-unquote, easy wins. Yeah. Like, it will be very tough to cut down sugar, but if you do and stay cut down, it'll probably really help with the weight loss.
Yeah, like I know for me it would be really difficult
you might
to cut
not
sugar,
have to change any of your other eating habits other than the sugar to actually see a consistent, continuous drop.
Of course, unfortunately though, both you and her are sweet tooth.
Exactly.
So it's especially difficult.
Like I said, hard fought.
Yeah, very hard fought. God knows I would have trouble. Like, if you told me, oh, you can't have any sugar today. Like, just one day. I would probably have a whole hell of a lot of trouble. Because coffee...
Oh no, I could do a day
stuff.
without sugar.
A day?
Yep, salt.
Yeah, but you can't add salt to coffee. I could probably drink our coffee black once. Like, in a day.
Basic batch.
Basic batch would work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basic batch could work. Also, Blackbeard's Delight might also be a possibility.
Uh-huh.
I could drink that black if I had to.
Yeah.
Like, if I ran out of sugar, I'd be like, oh, well, that's fine, I'll just do this for one day. But, like, even, like, my fruit snacks and stuff. Like, that's got sugar.
Chips.
Yeah, if I had it,
like,
alternate snack.
if I really wanted to avoid sugar for only a day, I could. Without a problem. And it would be all salt.
Yeah, it would be all salt when
Not all, but it would be heavy salt. I would have enough salt for fucking 5 grown men.
Yeah.
And it's not even because I would be trying to.
Yeah, I don't remember what salt does exactly. Dumb question, says
bad for
Heavenly.
the heart.
Yeah. What do normal people go to for comfort? Like, it's been strange lately. The food I usually find comfort in, I can't let myself have or binge. But I don't know how else to deal with feelings other than going to sleep.
Music is one.
Yeah.
Food is a very common one, and that is a problem, particularly here in the States.
I like soup, as far as, like, if we go talk about comfort, like a nice hot soup, or like tomato soup and grilled cheese or something.
Yeah, but that's the type of stuff that she's trying to avoid. High fat content, high calorie content.
True.
You know, that kind of stuff, along with high salt content, but whatever. Music is one of those things that can really help with mood, depending on what you're listening to and your personality and whatnot.
Even like with me, depending on what I was working on as far as like writing is concerned, I would listen to different things.
Yes.
So like for one of the stories, I would always listen to like heavier rock, like metal, not like heavy metal, but like metal. And another story, I would listen to like classical and stuff. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
If you want to know the type of music that I really like, Metallica, King Nothing.
Ooh, yeah, King Nothing's always
King Nothing kind of exemplifies everything I like about music. Because it's gotta have that guitar. that style of guitar. Not just guitar, not electric guitar. It's got to have the type of guitar that is literally you can smell the amplifier smoking and dying just by listening to it.
Yeah, it's true enough. You do
It's like
the
it's
heavy
that
heavy.
kind of guitar. And that even saying that is one thing, but hearing it in a song is different because you're like, oh yeah, that's just electric guitar. That's a screaming electric. And then you hear it and you're like, oh no, that amplifier's dead.
Yeah.
That is not screaming electric guitar. That is a different electric guitar. It's like, so that's my kind of stuff. Other people call it angry music, but it's mellow music to me. It calms, depending on what it is.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it's about. But music is a really big one for a lot of people.
Anything creative.
Reading.
Reading is also good.
Yeah. Creative stuff like drawing, painting, writing sometimes. That kind of stuff. Photography.
Yeah, photography's a good one too.
That's a creative one that helps.
Or being out in sunlight.
Yes.
Like just bird watching or something.
Yeah. Going for a bike ride or a walk can help, but if you're in a city situation where you're worried about,
Getting kidnapped.
assholes, maybe not the best idea. But if there was an area that could be considered quote unquote wooded, high tree content,
Like a
high
park
light
or something,
content,
maybe?
park where there's not a lot of people, just being able to sit down and read a book under a tree for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That can do wonders for mood and whatnot.
True.
What else is because the Japanese actually have coined the term
bathing?
tree bathing to help with mood and depression. And it works phenomenally in their studies. Last time I saw, which was like 4 years ago. But there's a bunch of other stuff. Video games, almost any kind of game, especially interactive games that are with other people, co-op style, where everybody's just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like Monster Hunter.
Or Call of the Wild.
Interacting on Twitch like you do with us in duos, that obviously is another decent one.
Crap.
Let's see.
Emily says, I also have some issues lately. I want to go outside more, but I have found being stuck in lockdown for over a year now. My past fun experiences with creeps has really increased my social anxiety and anxiety in general outside. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So something that once brought you joy
is now
scary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I don't know. Aside from any like local friends, maybe.
I don't
walk
mean
with?
to
I don't
ask
know.
like a personal question, but it's not important, but it kind of is. Are you in a house or are you in like an apartment complex where you might be able to have access to the roof?
True. Arthur's asking what's going on. We're offering some friendly advice as to how to like find comfort in certain things, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes, I am also fighting a turd.
I mean, just hugging a teddy bear and shit.
Like a pet. I know you
Yeah.
have pets.
Pets help, can help. But yeah, if you want to go outside and don't want to interact with other people, if you have access to like one of those flat rooftops for like an apartment complex or something,
That'd be cool.
that's a possibility of something.
Most people don't usually go up there unless it's like a maintenance guy. I have a back and a garden, but well, let's put it this way, my street's filled with junkies. Oh,
Yeah.
ouch. That's certainly no good. He's not a turd. He's Volodon, he's the best of the Fang Beasts. The best, you say? Oh, that's right, you were a really big fan of Volodon, I keep forgetting. Turd McTurdson.
God.
Oh no.
We got fighting words being thrown around.
Yeah, we do.
Gardening is a good one.
If you didn't have the junkies, I guess. Like, is it a fenced garden? Like, can anybody see you when you're out there?
Yeah, if it's a fenced-in backyard with a garden, that would be... There's only so much you can do, but when you can do it, it's probably rather nice. Dire Fox and me have realized over the last 2 or 3 years, for the very little that we do in the garden, that while we're out gardening or pruning the trees, that it's nice. It's relaxing even though it's stressful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She means it all in good fun, Arthur. Just poking at you a little bit.
She's taking a page out of my book. Trying
Yeah.
to be an asshole.
Actually, I wonder if I could do the same thing that Baku has, which is like you can attack somebody.
You probably can, but you'd have to ask Baku how.
What that system is. Essentially,
Yeah.
what he has is you could like he used to have one where you could gamble for more redeemable points.
Mm.
There was another one where he hasn't done anything with it yet, but in his you can win auras. And he wants to use
Because
those for
it's
something.
the Ara army.
Yeah, it's the Ara army. Is what his Aw, Arthur's not feeling it today. That's alright. God, yeah. Baku's got the Ara army. I don't know if he's doing anything with the autos yet or not. Maybe, probably. It's been a while since I've hopped into one of his streams, to be honest. He usually streams later at night. He usually starts at like 8. Hugs Arthur? Question mark? There you go.
Hello.
We're all friends here.
Here's the quest list. Good luck out there.
I'm just ripping through low rank quests at the moment. Mostly just for the red check marks, because I'm a completionist bastard that way.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like the smartest move to me.
What, hugs Arthur?
Yeah. It's like you punch me and then you hug me. I'm gonna get even. Like
Let's
I'm
see what
grabbing your
happens.
ass or something.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that line. Oh, frick.
Though I guess, to be honest, and technicalities with how tall she is, I'd probably wind up grabbing Pi because I'm so fucking short.
In comparison,
Yeah.
it'd be funny.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grab there. I meant to grab 8 inches higher.
My bad. Oh, God. Also, this one already has a nickname, so to speak.
to sexually harass you, I just meant to harass you.
That would be a hell of a
Sorry, I'm
line.
short.
I'm a tiny human.
Loompa, 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 dee dee.
Oh, God, I can't even imagine what, like, some random bystander's face would be like if they just heard, I didn't mean to sexually harass you.
I don't know. That would certainly be something to hear.
Right. I'm getting booped. Oh, Jesus. Bonk. Oh, poison gas. I poke your tail now? Yes, I can. Stab. 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 I just love the ting 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 sounds.
I mean, do you know how to sew Heavenly?
That's a fair point, actually.
You could make your own. You could, you know.
Scarves or,
No, just plushies.
yeah.
Nice, small, soft plushies. Just follow somebody else's.
Like knitting or,
No, not
knitting. What is it?
That's annoying. No, just simple hand sewing. Not even with a machine.
Oh, yeah, true.
Take a while and enjoy it. Sit, you know, by an open window in the sun or something. Well, maybe not an open window from the sounds of it, but
Frick.
at the same time, maybe an open window for the fresh air.
Maybe.
And just, you know, take a little while and do a little bit each day and just have something cool. Maybe give it to munchkins that you know. like friends' kids or family members' kids. Somebody who's gonna like it and probably tear it up in like fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's a suggestion though. Arthur says, honestly, I haven't been feeling it this week. School is just dragging my energy, but pixel art is keeping me going, even if it's a little. Fair enough. School can be kind of frustrating.
And to be fair, that pixel art is pretty fucking cool.
The pixel art is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, there's quite a few of them where I've just been like, I don't know the difference between this and the actual art. Like, the actual, like, Capcom artwork, so...
Yeah.
You obviously have a talent there.
Or at least a bunch of experience.
Yeah, one of the two. Or both, who knows. I feel like we were talking about something similar about talent and skill the other day. Maybe it was Lockpicking Lawyer that I was remembering. In his, video about, like, hey, this only looks easy because I've been doing this for thousands and thousands of hours, that sort of thing.
Probably.
Munchkin Jusei. So should I give it to you, then Wolf? Or give it to you, then Wolf and Fox? I mean, comparatively
Sure.
speaking.
Send us a picture when you're done. We'll give you the mailing address.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, it would.
Bonk. See, knowing Heavenly though, if she figures out how to like, or already knows how to knit and stuff, not knit, why do I keep saying knit, like sew and whatnot, you would just receive one sock or something. Just one.
That's fine.
Just cause.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it would.
Who's water bladed? That's handy.
Oh, I got that sock you sent me in the mail. Really? I sent you two. One of them must have gotten lost, like when they go through the wash. You fucker.
I can totally see it though. Damn it. No, half a sock.
There we go.
Fair enough.
No. It's what's more asshole-ish is knitting the entire sock and not making the toe.
Or just leaving out like the big toe or something.
No, just leave out the whole front section that covers the toes.
Oh, so it's like a different kind of sock.
No, so it's not a sock.
Well, yeah. I was thinking of like a book sock or something.
No.
Which is just a piece of material.
No, a book sock is specific.
Yeah. Dab. I can totally see that though.
I can totally see that.
Snap. I'm not come over. Good. I have to restart charge, man? What happened? Did you like lose the file or something? Fun! Not.
What's not fun? Knitting?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see knitting as being extremely fun.
I haven't knitted. I have used like a literal thread needle for just like basic sewing and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I even took classes on it.
I took a class on it.
Yeah.
Just the one. Probably the same class you took.
One of.
Is that made a shark pillow?
Yeah, I had that class. I also
Okay.
had I'm not sure if that was sewing class, wasn't it?
I think, or like a home ec class or something.
Home ec. Yeah, because I also had quilt making 1 and 2.
I didn't do quilt making. I do remember we still have a couple of those actually.
Yeah. Let's see, there was quilt making class, there was photography class, there was 3D art, there was 2D art, there was jewelry making.
Fun fact.
There was engineering classes, there was Autodesk classes, there was Autodesk 3D.
Was that one of the ones we
inventor
shared
classes.
besides Japanese?
Maybe. There was CAD classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, what others? Fucking
CAD was fun because that was
cooking classes.
Yeah. I had made a 2D CAD doodle of our first car. And you could tell I had just gotten the car because I made it a 4-door.
Nice.
I looked at it, I was like, the car is kind of long. And I knew the front doors were long, but I couldn't for the life of me like figure out the dimensions. So I was like, wait, the car's too long. It's got to be a 4-door, right? No, it's 2-door. Keep forgetting his eye pixels, and honestly, excuse the language, freaking frustrating. Fair enough. I can imagine that would be. Eyes are in art is challenging. I don't know how it is in pixel art, or if it's even more challenging or the same, I'm not really sure. But I have accidentally ruined doodles just by one little dot in the wrong spot in the eye. It's freaking annoying. I still have my old doodle book somewhere.
At least you could draw faces.
Hey, what I do is I took a picture that already existed in the world, like, I don't know, like, say, Rurouni Kenshin, right? And I would divide it into, like a graph, so to speak. So I would work on one section. Usually I would divide it into 16ths. And I would work on 1/16th at a time. And so I would always get the proportions right, or quote-unquote always. As best as I could. I could never do freehand stuff.
I was mostly working from scratch freehand.
I think I've done one freehand that I was actually really proud of. And that's one of those, water wolf things.
Hmm.
Fun.
I've
Not
done
indeed.
one freehand human that I was actually fairly proud of.
Actually, I did do a freehand human once. I drew Raph once.
Oh.
Although it doesn't look the same now, but that's alright. Keep forgetting his eye pixels. Oh yeah, I already read that one. My bad. Let's see. I tried to draw Sephiroth once, and the sword threw me off because it's so freaking long. So I ended up just drawing Sephiroth, and the sword just went off the page because I was like, F it, the sword isn't important anyway. I know it's his whole thing, but... Actually, I did draw a Zoid once. I put one of my Zoids in front of me and tried to draw it. I mucked up the proportions real bad, though. I just realized why. I've been drawing him 1 or 2 pixels shorter, and the only correct part of him was his bullet or something like that looped. Oh, that'll mess you up. At least you realize it, though. Myth says, I might do some drawing tomorrow. I started hand sketching a thing yesterday. Going to be a New York skyline split down the middle. One side day with pretty environment and half angel face in the sky, the other night and destruction with half demon face in the sky. That would actually be really cool.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot.
Take pictures or put it on the scanner and drop it in the Discord.
Yeah, there's an art channel.
Like even if you don't think you're gonna get too far in it, just take some pictures along the way.
Oh,
like
every
every 5, 10, or 20 minutes or something like that. Whenever you think you'll have enough to see a change, just drop it in the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of,
cool.
I was just thinking, like, it'd be kind of neat if you had multiple pictures, too, along the way. So then you can make, like, a GIF out of it.
Oh
like,
god, you could.
I like the art channel. Good, I'm glad. I think Duo was the one who put that in there, if I'm not mistaken.
I actually ought to scan in some of my old art, drop it in that channel.
I probably should scan some of mine just to keep it, and not lose it somewhere.
Yeah.
Remember the one chick that does the art for Powerwolf?
Yes.
Her art is amazing. It's all digital art, I believe.
Yes.
But it's crazy. She did a time-lapse one where she did a cover for...
An album cover.
Yeah, an album cover. What the frick was it called? Coast of Gold, I think it was. It's on YouTube somewhere. Or on her actual website, I'm not sure.
It's on her actual thing, I think.
She's like Ukrainian or something? I don't remember. Maybe Norway? I don't know. I don't remember. One of those types of places. I'm gonna challenge myself with it. I usually just do black and white, but I'm gonna try and do color with this. Also, I find doing faces hard. Faces are really hard.
One of the things that I do remember about why doing faces is hard is because when normal people try and start into art and doing faces, they'll try and draw a face exactly mirrored halves.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and one of the things is no one's face is an exact mirrored half. As a matter of fact, if you take a mirror and take a pair of mirrors and try and actually show yourself what your face would look like with a perfectly mirrored face,
It would look strange.
your brain processes it as that is disturbing.
Yeah, it's actually like surreal even.
Yeah, it looks very wrong to you.
I wonder if that's why anime faces also have, or certain like styles of anime are done that for that exact reason, to make it look like cartoony on purpose.
Yeah, probably.
So that way it's not like creepy. I don't know. Anime is a completely different type of thing. Every time I send you my pixel art to post in the art channel, I delete the original screenshot off my phone. Don't worry, I keep the file and also keep X and 0. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
As long as you keep a file somewhere, you never want to lose that type of thing.
Yeah.
I had drawn up a few maps for some of my stories, and I think I lost a couple of them in several moves and stuff, and I had to recreate the world, essentially. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I probably remade it for the better, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah. I actually like how many different things that I've tried in my life and gotten not good at all. Let's just say that, you know,
tinkered with?
some I'm good at, some I'm not, like
Sure.
any normal person. But I've tried probably more stuff than I feel is actually average.
Normal?
Yeah. Which really I feel should be more normal.
Yeah.
Because it's given me an insight, quote unquote insight, into being able to look at things.
It's a different type of perspective.
Not different type of perspective, but from the technique required perspective. Like listening to a certain type of music or something like that and going, this really isn't my type of music, but holy fuck, the amount of like skill required to do this. Like, I don't like it, but I'm listening to it because this skill level is nuts.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like, and I haven't really learned to play an instrument. Yeah, back in the day I used to be able to play, you know, piano by ear, but that's completely different to being able to actually read sheet music or, you know, move your fingers along the frets of a guitar.
Yeah. Heavenly says, I also have a wildlife drawing. I don't know whether I want to finish it or not. Give me a minute and I'll put it in Discord to see what you guys think. Okay.
Okay.
I will have to grab my phone in a second. I did decide to delete one of them permanently though, just regular X, but decided he was kind of boring, so I decided to just delete him. So I would advise against that. Even if it's boring, and you might never use it again for anything. You never know.
Yeah, it doesn't really take up almost any space, just keeping it on file with everything else.
That's why I keep all of my old drafts of stories and stuff.
Because you can always go back later and reread them and maybe use it someplace else.
Exactly, which I've done. There's been times where I've deleted scenes off of the main story, and then ended up, you know, being like, oh crap, I want that somewhere else, and putting it elsewhere in the same story.
Do you want me to open the window and turn the fans on?
Sure. Also, Wire Sponge looks really crazy, by the way, Arthur. Looking for the spider?
Yeah, I'm looking for that big spider. I'm not seeing her either, which is concerning.
I feel like I ruined it with the coloring. Also, it's on lined paper because it was all I had at the time. You never know. All of us started somewhere, right? A lot of my maps and stuff were on lined paper, or, I drew a couple in MS Paint just because that's all I had.
All of my artwork,
It's on lined paper.
Artwork is on notebook paper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's lined paper, not graph paper.
True enough. Oh, I'm yawning.
Waiting for you.
No surprise I'm yawning, actually, because it's kind of late for us. Getting to be late for us.
These are the available quests.
Oh, really? 20 Kestodon, 20 Jaggers. Alright, whatever. This should take
May the spirit
0
protect
time.
you.
It's actually Wire Sponge at half health. When you get him into half health, he gets mad, shoots lightning, and his eyebrows glow orange. Well, that's cool.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Okay.
go grab a plate and
Get some pizza. Okay,
and get some pizza. I'm a little hungry.
I understand that.
I kind of worked my tush off today.
Just a bit, yeah. Oh, frick. Don't know whether I should finish it or not. Heavenly, that's actually really freaking cool. The buffalo looks like he's got like mud and stuff on him. That looks like a Canada geese in the front, is that right? I would assume it is. Just based on the patterns on it. Hmm. Well, now that you have a picture of it, like as it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Maybe try and finish it. Like for no other reason than you already have the like the old version. And sometimes, you know, practicing anything will help you. Like I can't tell you how many things or how many drafts I've made of like either short stories or scenes in a book or something like that where I'm just like, oh god, this is awful. I never want to see this again. But I keep it around because sometimes I'll reread it even and be like, oh, this is what I was thinking at that time. Maybe I can incorporate this idea? Not necessarily the same execution. Something like that, maybe. I'm also a hoarder when it comes to that sort of thing. So I'm just paranoid that it's like, oh, well, I deleted this one thing that I thought was trash. And it turns out it's actually an idea that I want to use later. You know, that sort of thing. Man, this shouldn't take much time at all. Keep killing Castodons. And not carving them, I guess. One reason I deleted him other than being boring is that I've seen regular X so much in playing games in pixel art. He grew to be repetitive, but the armors are a bit more appealing. Fair enough.
What's up?
Talking about pixel art still, as well as Heavenly's art. Which, speaking of, when you get over here, I will show you. Okay. So, let me show Wolf here now that he's back. Oops. Rotate!
Oh shit!
Right?
Is that painted or is that Sharpie?
I don't know. That's a question though, I didn't even think about that.
Sorry, markered. It's not necessarily Sharpie.
I used to try colored pencils. I was terrible at them.
I was bad with colored pencils, I was good with Sharpies.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Marker. Okay.
Yeah, markers.
That's actually really impressive with marker.
Yes. Well, if they're art markers, they are... what is it? They're alcohol-based, I believe?
Oh yeah, because there are, like, markers that are specifically made for...
Yes, so that you can blend colors and whatnot. Oh, they're kid markers!
Kids markers all ahead of the time? Well, frick, Heavenly, that's even more interesting and impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, kids markers don't give you a whole lot of room for various colors either, like for shading and stuff.
I think kid markers are actually better to use than Sharpies, but
Probably.
that's just like
I've never
my
really used markers.
opinion, man. But yeah, in my opinion, I would believe that children's markers would be easier to use to draw and blend and whatnot than Sharpies for an average person.
Probably.
I couldn't do it. For some reason, I'm wired for Sharpies.
Wired for Sharpies?
I can't use any of the others, but I can use Sharpie at least decently.
It's a hilarious way of putting it. Wired for Sharpies.
Yeah.
Here, doggo.
I only have, like, maybe half of my Sharpie artwork.
Hmm.
Because I'd make it for other people and just hand it out.
Oh yeah. You also did the bleed throughs too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the bleeds were even more interesting than the actual.
I mean,
picture.
very rarely I'd give out the bleeds, but I was to put it into perspective how wired for Sharpies I was. I would use a standard notebook paper that you put in a binder or in an actual notebook, And you know how you use markers or Sharpies, you bleed through like 2 or 3 or 5 pages in those books?
Yeah.
I'm so wired for Sharpies that I would barely get dots on page 2.
Really?
Yes. And it wouldn't bleed to the back of page 2. You could only see it on the front of page 2.
Huh. Lost Media Wiki. Wolf Sharpie drawings. Status. Half found. Touche, Arthur. I put a pick up when I complete my New York drawing thing sketch. As long as I don't screw it up, but usually I screw things up coloring, not the sketching. Coloring is hard, man. I used to do just pencil, and I would blend the graphite with my finger.
Yeah, I never blended the graphite.
Hmm?
No, mine was all actual shading it with the pencil, and it was all standard standard number 2 pencil, or it was mechanical pencil.
Oh, I always used mechanical pencils.
I never used real drawing pencils.
No, neither did I.
All of my different colors and shading and shit was just actually shading it with the pencil, and no blending.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was wired different. Okay.
One of the other things I would do is I would take an eraser and just kind of dab it on the graphite and spread it around that way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I also was very picky about my erasers, so I usually just use my finger instead.
Yeah.
Blending? Yeah. So essentially scuffing up the graphite and smudging it around. At least in terms of graphite.
Think of it as shading.
Yeah.
But getting one smooth transition from light to complete dark in shading, rather than being able to see all the different little lines from the pencil.
Yeah. Exacto mundo. Jesus. Now snares have returned. Wow, we already did 5 quests. That did not take long.
But yeah, Heavenly, I mean, what we were saying is even taking pictures of the process of sketching rather than just, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
You could take it like, I don't know, every 5 minutes or every half hour. Like, oh, here's what I got done. It's, 2-3 things on the page. All of a sudden there's, 3, 4, 5 things on the page. Maybe it's all done.
Yeah. I just keep training.
Yes, Mr. Pixel Art. Never heard of blending. Yeah, no shit.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Pixel art doesn't blend.
Does it blend? Or will it blend? Oops.
That was a good show.
Will it blend was fun. Are
By
they
the
still
way,
doing episodes?
Before Will It Blend was Home Improvement with the V8 blender.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. What is this one?
That was fucking hysterical.
I don't remember. I know I've seen it before, I just don't remember. I have already sketched most of the buildings, but I suppose I could. 2 seconds, look at a pic of my current work in progress. There you go.
Okay.
Hello.
Might as well, right?
I always find it really cool
Which quest would you like?
to see as the process goes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe not watch the entire process from beginning to end, but like just little spots.
That's why I was suggesting the if I can find that video, I'll post it in the Discord. The Coast of Gold with the Powerwolf album artist. She is crazy good. I mean, yeah, it's all digital, so it's a little bit different, but still, it's still
Yes, it's
artwork.
different, but I believe from watching her do that, I fully believe that it is both much easier to do digital artwork than real artwork, but at the exact same time, much harder.
Yeah.
It's just where it's easy and where it's hard and how.
Yeah, true. Because I've always wondered about that, because I know with digital artists, they'll sometimes hook up like a tablet or something like that as like a doodle pad.
Yeah.
And one of my old friends from high school had one of those, and she gave me an opportunity to be like, hey, yeah, give it a try. And it was the weirdest mind screw ever. Like, I could not figure it out for the life of me. I was just more, you know, direct, pencil, paper, that sort of thing. I don't just do pixel art, I do pencil drawings as well. I've never heard of blending. I either shade with pencil or just draw a little creature with not that much detail and say perfect. Eh, fair enough.
Yeah, same. I never blended either.
Are
Only I didn't have the excuse of I've never heard of it because I took too many art classes not to have heard of it.
Yeah, I had art classes even in grade school.
Well,
We
there's
had-
also the elementary school and middle school art classes that were mandatory, I know.
Yeah. I had one teacher that was just awful. As far as like the art is concerned.
I feel like all of us have had one teacher that's awful in whatever field.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's fair enough. Oh hi Arzuros. I'm leaving you alone today, buddy. There was one thing that we did in grade school. I think it was like, what was it called? Like duck stamp or something like that? Where we made like a hyper-realistic, like ink drawing of a duck. Like you had to draw the individual feathers and stuff. It was a competition. I remember being mad that I lost. But I was also like
I don't ever remember
7,
anything
so...
like that.
But yeah, there was this one chick who was a friend and quickly became an ex-friend because she was super sassy and really annoying to talk to. I was like, oh yeah, I don't draw that much, I don't think I'm gonna do so well. And then she won, and I saw the picture. And I'm like, yeah, don't do so well. Never done it before. Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
Liar.
Liar, liar, pants on frickin' fire.
You mean liar, liar, panties on fire?
Yeah, that. She
You
ended
were a
up being
little
awful.
girl, so it was either skirt on fire or panties, so...
True.
Panties rhyme, so...
Fair enough. Bonk.
Oh
Yeah.
no, she's got the clap at 7.
She probably would've.
Son of a
You okay there?
No.
Didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't.
I do not have very high opinions of this girl anymore. Then again, I don't have very high opinions of a lot of frickin' girls I went to school with. So let me tell you, frickin' grade school and like middle school, high school girls are fricking awful. At least the ones I ran into.
And disgusting.
And backstabby.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of my dude friends never like insulted my family behind my back and, you know, called my autistic brother names like some people did. Like who does that? Also had art class, but I don't like it at all. Every time I went there, I mandatorily spaced out, and the only time I skipped a class was art. The teacher was also kind of annoying. Alright, well. I guess fair enough.
Hey, I mean...
Some art teachers can be really pretentious.
There's also shit that some people just can't pay attention to for some reason.
That's also true.
Like, and it's not because they don't like it or anything, it's just... They're wired that way.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I'm trying to think of something that I just can't pay attention to. Probably like math classes. I obviously paid attention, but I was just it ended up being in freaking calc, but... Can I regurgitate
I paid
anything?
attention until I understood it, and I stopped paying attention.
This reminds me of the time that I was in a Shakespeare class in high school. And I was falling asleep in the class, and I was in the front row. And this teacher I kind of knew was going to give me crap if I actually fell asleep. So I was trying my absolute damnedest not to pass out. And I'm just like, gripping the edges of my desk, forcing myself upright, and constantly nodding off and trying not to. So she called on me, right? Of course. And I answered her perfectly. I don't even remember what the question was, what my answer was, anything. And she kind of just nodded and looked back at the rest of the class and was like, okay. And left me alone for the rest of the class. I drew a circle with legs that was smiling and I had to give a meaning to it. I wrote, he grew legs, and that was it. You had to give meaning to a circle with legs. Alright. Yeah, it seems
Had to
pretty...
give meaning to some kind of... I think to whatever he drew, or maybe they made him draw a circle with legs and said, now you gotta give us a meaning.
Which is silly.
Which is really silly.
Not everything has a mandatory.
Actually, let's not say
profound-
silly. Let's say fucking retarded. I know that's politically incorrect these days, but let's call
Call
a
it
duck a duck.
Uh-huh. Like, that's the thing that also drove me nuts in, like, certain, like, English classes. Where it was, oh, the woman's curtains are blue. That means she's sad. And I'm like, no, it's just because her curtains are freaking blue. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, I understand, like, a lot of the old, like, Great Gatsby-style folks used a lot of color symbolism, that sort of thing. But god damn it, not everything means people are depressed and sad all the time. Supposed to fix a parent project and ideas. Okay. Dialogue drop. Had to give meaning to everything. A Waddle Dee, a head crab from... Oh, hi, Arzo. And my Animal Crossing character? Jesus.
Sounds
Yeah.
like one of the English teachers I had.
Oh my god. That wasn't the same English teacher that I had and enjoyed, was it? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't. Although, I did have that one English teacher that you loved,
and
I
couldn't-
fucking hated her, okay?
Yeah. I understand.
She had certain opinions, and I did not agree with those fucking opinions about books. And I wanted to call it like I saw it, and I wasn't
like-
getting a good grade because of it.
Yeah, that's something I don't agree with. Just because you don't agree with the teacher doesn't mean you should get a bad grade. In my humble opinion.
There was a lot more to it, including me being a bad student
Yeah,
that had
well.
contributed to my grades, but... I couldn't tell her Catcher in the Rye was a shitty fucking book, and the writer didn't know how to write, and everybody's mistaken that it's good.
She loved that book. But at the same time, in that same
She
class...
also loved The Burning of Los Angeles.
Oh god. I don't think we had to read that. Or read about it.
Catcher in the Rye might have been a better book.
Oh. Fair enough. That's terrible. I mean, because of the
Also,
same...
Heavenly Myths posted pics.
Yes, I will have to pull these up. That same teacher, I got permission to write a story instead of actually writing a paper. Which I got away with even in college. Yep, I had to zoom.
The Burning of Los Angeles is,
Can you scroll sideways?
it's a book much like Catcher in the Rye, but it's also, one of its big claim to fame is, that it is called the most accurate depiction of Los Angeles, I think, in the 1920s or so.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the only thing that we have that really kind of describes the nitty-gritty portions of not Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was called The Burning of Los Angeles?
No, it's probably The Burning of Hollywood.
Oh.
Or something like that. It's the book where the fucking horse head winds up in the bottom of a pool?
Bottom of a pool. I know
It's
that...
like a dead horse at the bottom of a pool, and it's fake. It's a joke that the rich dude plays on people.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his own pool and his own property, and it is a full life fake horse.
But he just
Dead
drops
at
in
the
people's
bottom
pool.
of it. No, dead at the bottom of his pool. And people who haven't been there,
Freak out, of course.
yes, that's his joke.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go Godfather on me, like, oh no, they put the...
No.
Okay.
No, just full on fake horse.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Not bones, alright, whatever. Alright. Only books I enjoy reading are biology and art books. Yeah, fair enough. I can pretty much read anything, it's just a matter of will I enjoy it.
Okay, how do I...
Oh, my phone locked.
Yeah, no shit. I figured that out myself.
There you go, scroll. Side to side. There's also a second image that we gotta click on.
Oh.
Right? Why are there only 2 quests here?
Yeah, that's gonna be a beautiful pick. Like
Just thinking of
2,
the sky
3,
thing?
4 picks along the way. That's gonna be a beautiful transition from rough
Oh,
to
test doodle.
from
Sometimes have trouble
The
Yeah.
background.
what to make for dinner too. So
Ah.
That's pretty cool, actually. I really like that.
Nice.
I guess part of my problem, too, is when I'm reading anymore, is I have a really hard time reading for the enjoyment of a book rather than reading it instead of to study it. Because I'm so used to studying books at this point that it's hard for me to be like drop off the editor at home and actually enjoy something.
Also, Heavenly, have you thought about leaving the halo off of the demon half of the background? Or maybe making it a broken halo on the demon half?
Ooh, broken halo would be cool.
Yeah.
Just food for thought.
I know my skill level isn't good enough to do the broken halo or whatnot, but I'm just like, you know what would be cool? Let's just say it.
Yeah, this might be neat. I am climbing into a ceiling. Alright. That was actually the one thing that you reminded me of just now. The talent of... Not critiquing, what am I thinking of? I'll just say it this way. So one of the things my teacher, actually several of my teachers, had to really stab into people's brains was when you're giving criticism, you don't write somebody's story for them, you make suggestions. It's a very fine balance for some people. You know. So as soon as you go like, oh, you know, the grandfather should be doing this instead, that's writing somebody's book for them. Instead of being like, oh, well, what have you considered this thing or something? Thinking about having her have hair, so half halo kind of disappears under her hair, so not just a straight cut from halo to nothing. Oh, that would be interesting.
Now, to get the hair high enough to cover the halo, is it going to be, like, floating?
Or just thick hair?
Halos generally are, like...
Above?
Yeah, half a head above a person.
True.
Firefox. And hair doesn't usually sit that high unless it's an afro.
True. I guess it depends on the style of the halo. Like if it's a halo that's like sitting on one half of the head.
You mean a halo that sits directly on the head?
Yeah. Sorry.
One of those. Yeah, that could work too.
Help me, Billy. Thank you.
But it could also be floating hair or a hairstyle.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Sanoga.
I mean, take for instance if it was Chung-Li buns.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
I mean, it would, if it was on one side only, the bun would be able to cover the back half of the halo.
I was like, I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Fair enough.
Well, we aren't really asking to, like, get real answers.
Yeah, just
We're
suggestions.
just asking to, you know, creative suggestions.
Yeah.
Not even really suggestions, just hey, this is what I thought. Maybe you could use it, maybe you can't.
Yeah.
Maybe you like the idea, maybe you hate the idea.
Yeah.
Maybe you say, that's awesome, or go fuck yourself, idiot.
Right. That was the other thing my teachers also had to teach people. It was like, just because somebody's suggesting something doesn't mean you have to do it.
It also doesn't mean it's a good suggestion.
Exactly. But it did kind of amaze me that that had to be taught, you know what I mean? But I can also understand why it had to be taught. Maybe I'll screw up the full drawing, maybe I won't. Fair enough. Crap. Oh, it worked. Never mind. Stab stabby? Yes. Got three of them off.
Yeah, I'm one of the... My creative bit is weird. I know I'm not creative, and yet I know I'm extremely creative.
You're extremely creative in my opinion.
Yeah. Like, I can't do what you're doing. I can't create an idea.
Like a new idea?
Yeah. But I can look at something done by somebody else. Like, I can look at an idea or a drawing or something and go, that doesn't look right. That looks wrong. It's missing
Something.
this or that. Also, it could go in this direction, or it could go in that direction. It could use these things for this, or it could use those things for that. Like, that's how my brain works. Once I see it, Once I see something, I can see it in my head, but I can't get between there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, I can't create something out of nothing, but once I see it in my head, I see what it, like,
Can be or could
what
be.
it should be, or what I feel it should be from what I perceive, and I can see the end result.
I can see that.
But I can't get it there. Or I can see, you know, what's wrong. Maybe I can't see the end result or be creative on it. I can just see this looks wrong. Hey, look at this spot. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got. Like, it looks wrong. Well, what's wrong about it? I don't know what's wrong about it. I just know it doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why I use Wolf as a proofreader as well.
Oh god,
It's a little bit different, but yeah,
I'm like your dream proofreader.
pretty much.
Because I can read between the lines and figure out what's going on in the author's head.
Yes.
Like the mindset that they're in when they're writing it.
Wait a freaking second, I'm doing something wrong. Charge man's shoulder is too long, but everything else is correct?
Huh.
Interesting. So you just gotta change the shoulder, I guess.
Which still necessitates changing everything else.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know where I'm going, because this map is crazy. Do I go up? Do I go down? Where do I go?
But yeah, when Dire Fox is reading a book, and there's two ways that this goes.
Or writing a book?
Yeah, sorry, writing a book. When Dire Fox is writing a book, there's two ways that it goes. Either she writes the entire book, and then lets me read it. Or, the other option is she'll write it a chapter at a time and let me read the chapter and edit it.
I don't have traps. True.
Because when I read the chapter and edit it, my notes go in it of, this is what I expect to happen from this. Wouldn't it be cool if this could go this direction or that could be used in that direction? Obviously not all of it is used, but
I use a good chunk of it, though.
sometimes.
Depends. Sometimes you also predict things that I'm already going for anyway, so...
Yeah. But sometimes I'll point out something that she didn't think of at all.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
forgot.
I point something out that she's like, ha 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 ha, nope.
Like, sorry, not this time.
I'd say you probably use at least like 20 to 30% of my notes,
Yeah.
which really is a high percentage.
Yeah, really, truly. My spelling and grammar is too rubbish for book writing. I have a creative mind, but words fail me a lot. Well, spelling
That's
is...
what spell check's for.
Exactly, yeah. Spelling is one thing, grammar is another.
And you sound like you really would only need a, what is it, a thesaurus? Which is for the alternate words.
Yeah.
For, what is it, synonyms?
Mm-hmm. A thesaurus is all for synonyms. Synonyms, yes. Thesauruses are great. Also depends on the style you're going for. You don't have to have the best, most, illustrious words that you can possibly think of. Sometimes a book is best in just simple language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a character in one of my stories that is very crude. So, she talks rather abruptly and swears all the time, so... When I was but a wee lad, I thought a thesaurus was a dinosaur. I mean, with how old they are, it could be.
Good lord, Dire Fox.
Maybe there's no thesauruses anymore.
I do.
You do, I do. I think I even have one somewhere.
I think so.
Welcome to the hub.
But yeah, that could be another one. You could try writing a
Short
a
story
book,
or a
or you could simply try writing a diary if you
Yeah.
don't already. Now I know I can't do that.
I tried
I'm
diary. I'm really bad
I'm
at
as
it.
bad at writing a diary as I am with calling my friends to say hi.
Yeah.
I can't do it. There's nothing in my life worthy of note, and if there is, it's worthy of note only to me and not to anybody else.
I forget what that little book was called, but I used to have a little grammar book that was only like 80 pages. And it was like you could fit it pretty much with your wallet, essentially. Really small, like.
Mm-hmm.
And it pretty much had all the grammar knowledge you would ever need, honestly. It's very simple. You don't need to get crazy with grammar, honestly. There's some folks that are like, you need to know the proper use of a semicolon in order to write a book. That's bullcrap to me. You don't need to use a semicolon ever in writing a story if you really don't need to, or don't want to.
I've tried diaries a lot of times. They're
Not good for me. Fair enough. I can't do diaries either.
I mean, you could try
Dog?
something like a fantasy diary.
Like making stuff up about yourself?
Something along the line, like, it's just a spontaneous idea. I've never heard of this, okay?
Fair enough.
For, you know,
Also,
safety's sake of clarification, I've never heard of anything like that.
Arthur says he thinks because at the time he learned about an actual dinosaur called a therizinosaur. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Maybe?
But
Any
fantasy
which way,
diary.
you could take something that actually happened and, you know, potentially record what actually happened and then change it in a fantasy way of like, well, what if something like this happened?
Or what if this one detail changed?
Maybe that, but you could go more along the lines of like, what if this was a D&D campaign in a D&D world, like medieval world? You know, you could do whatever you wanted with it and just spin it some completely different way.
Come to think of it, speaking of the D&D thing, one of the things I've actually wanted to try is create a world, create a cast of characters, right? And then literally roll dice to see what happens. And just write the story as it comes out. Like, regardless of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, keep the situations, like, realistic. Like, if somebody rolls a nat 1 on something, have whatever happens be, you know, believable in whatever they rolled the nat 1 on, but... It could be fun. I'd have to do it with a completely different cast, though, because I have too much care for some other characters and stories.
But yeah, essentially it would be like short story writing, but a little bit, you know, quote unquote less creative because you're using shit
Something
that
that already
actually
exists.
happened and just trying to
That's what freaking
mod it.
That's what alternate history people do. I mean, granted, some of the alternate history stories are crazy, but, and by crazy, I mean they take an event and go a completely different direction than anybody would think of. You know, I might or might not already RP/ERP in a different Discord account. Oh, to do that similar kind of thing. Fair enough.
Okay.
I used to
It
be
was just, you know, it wasn't even an idea, it was just a thought. Just trying to brainstorm potential, just things.
Actually, speaking of RP servers, because I haven't been in one of those in forever, I used to do that too. With a couple of people that you know, actually. Well, from high school. I can't remember if you knew about it or not. Oh god.
I don't
But,
know all of it, but I know some of it.
Enough of it. But essentially, I would use some of that to also kind of just practice creativity with a bunch of other people. So yeah, a roleplay thing could actually be pretty handy for that sort of thing. Like,
I was mostly suggesting it with the possibility of, you know,
coming
just
up with a story.
building, just building experience and skills, and maybe even the creativity to potentially write your own short stories anyway.
Yep.
Just building confidence. There we go.
Yep. Like, that's one of the things we even did in class. Like, we would do alternate stories, like alternate fairy tales, for example. Like, reimagine Snow White or something. That sort of thing. Or make, like, a classic fairy tale, like, turn it on its head. Make the Wicked Witch of the West actually a good character, which is what Wicked is from, I think. Isn't it? Or that's just the history of the Wicked Witch, I don't
I think
remember.
that's just the history of the witch.
But yeah, I think one of the ones that we read that was from an actual, like, published author was they made Snow White a vampire, and they made the witch like a vampire slayer, and she was trying to protect the kingdom and the prince without, like, giving away her identity, essentially, to keep herself safe. It was pretty wild.
Huh.
And hence, like, the 7 dwarves being, like, their thralls and stuff. I might... Oh yeah, I read that already.
Yeah. I actually was reading a manga, or sorry, I believe it's a manhwa, a webtoon version.
Oh, there's a bear
from
up behind me.
Korea. God, it was a couple of days ago. Where, it was a isekai, a reincarnate into a world of a book.
Oh.
And they had loved the book, so they knew basically everything. And the person they reincarnated as... Give me a second here. I'm trying to think.
Remember.
They reincarnated as a side character that's basically not even mentioned in the book.
Oh.
Okay. So what happened was she wound up being like proposed to or something like that. Yeah, I think she wound up married to the main guy who was going to die.
Oh.
In like a year. And he's the father character for the actual main character, who's something like 10.
Huh.
And that main character was gonna have, magic going rampant, and Dad was gonna help sort it out and die to settle down kids' magic. And the kid was gonna be orphaned and taken in by the church and whatnot, and wind up saving the country, big whole hero book, and he's the hero. And there's a couple, like, the church is portrayed as good, like, just about pure good, and one of the guys, the second highest guy in the church, is the guy who becomes the new father figure, watches out for him, takes care of him.
Yeah.
Whole 9 yards. And he's portrayed essentially as being, like, one of the best people on the planet. With no magic. But the name of the book in the manga is Persona. And the main character, the chick who reincarnated, always had a question. Why was the title of the book that? Because it's not referenced anywhere, and nowhere in the book is it hinted at. Right? Well, after she reincarnated, some things didn't quite add up and whatnot.
Some things got changed around, maybe?
No, not really. Things weren't the way they were portrayed in the book. They were technically kind of right, but they weren't right at the same time. What she discovered is what she hypothesized, is that the book's title is Persona because it's written through the whole book is written through the eyes of the 10-year-old as he grows up. So it's not what the world really is, it's how he perceives the world.
I see.
Take, for instance, that really nice guy, second highest in the church.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dark magic user with essentially minor mind control abilities.
Oh, frick.
Later on, next tier up is necromancy, and the final tier is actual mind control.
Oh, so instead of just suggestion, for example, it's actual, hey, you're my puppet now.
Uh-huh. And tier 1 mind control, the false mind control, they have to maintain eye contact and issue the command.
Gotcha.
And she remembered that detail and then thought back on it. The kid, whenever he was feeling a certain way and would be settled down,
That happened.
That priest guy made him stare into his eyes and would, quote-unquote, comfort him with words.
I see. That's wild.
Yeah. Isn't that a flip?
That's cool, actually. I really
discovered that the church portrayed so beautifully in the quote-unquote in the book that she reincarnated into is actually, like, really big and bad.
Yeah. I mean, granted, well, I don't know enough about Korea, but I feel like, Japan likes to flip those kind of things on its head all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like having like a very evil female character, for example. It's not necessarily a witch, but just like a princess or something, who was supposed to be like good and great and supposed to be the ruler of the country or whatever, and is actually just downright evil and awful. That sort of stuff.
Okay, unpopular opinion.
Oh boy. We might agree with each other, I'm sure.
Unpopular opinion, but total honesty, I hate Chinese manga and manhwa. Okay? It is not creative, the translations are shitty, the plot is shitty, like, just everything about them is shitty. Now, granted, once in a while you get something that's really good. But I'm not about to fucking trudge my ass through fucking 50 or 100 really shitty ones that are really popular to find one
that you actually enjoy.
That's okay. It's not worth it. Even if it's one that's really good, it's still not worth it because the rest are that bad.
Yeesh.
Now, Korean, that is a different story.
Korean stuff can get dark.
Yes, one of the reasons why I like it. It's also more realistic, but Korean, yeah, there's bad. There's plenty of bad. But there's also very easy to find a good one. Yes, there's bad. There's a lot of bad.
Like anything else, yeah.
But you can spend, 20 minutes looking and easily come across at least one that's good. And even if it's not good, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Or some kind of unique. And then obviously Japan has a bunch of really shitty manga, but they also really know their stuff and the formula to make something good.
Yeah.
So Japan's got a lot of good stuff.
Oh, there's another good. What is manhwa, or however you spell it? I think it's a cartoon, essentially. Or like a webtoon instead of a manga, right? Is that what it is?
I'm not positive. The only thing that I really have associated with the word and been able to find a consistency with it is that it's generally Korean or Chinese manga. It doesn't... Sometimes it's webtoons, and I guess more recently it's more often been webtoons to me, but yeah.
Okay.
I think it's generally the webtoons from China and Korea, but it's been classified on their manga too, so I don't know.
Who knows? Oh. At least I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure myself.
Yeah. I still generally call anything that looks like, black and white Japanese manga as manga.
Yeah.
And webtoons, I don't really call webtoons, though I'll generally call them manhwa because that's generally what they'll be called anyway.
Fair enough.
More or less, if it's a continuous panel and color,
it's a manhwa.
It's to me it's a webtoon, but probably a manhwa.
That's usually how the webtoons are. God, that just reminds me of somebody who took the sprites of the Kingdom Hearts characters from Chain of Memories and made a webtoon out of it.
Huh.
Like a very politically incorrect webtoon. Nothing like sexually graphic, for example. It was just, for example, they made Aerith a, like, drug dealer. That sort of thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was crazy. And really kind of funny. Well, is it bad that I want to make my ex regret his decisions to dump me? That's bad, right? I still have him on social platforms?
It depends on how.
Yeah.
It depends on the method of facilitating that regret.
True. Just realized I'm the only person at my house that's awake. It's not even 10 p.m., but they're just asleep. I'd be asleep by now normally.
Yeah.
But,
Wait, Earth Boy's in the same time zone?
I think
It's
I
10
thought
here.
Arthur was an hour behind us. I think.
Well, that would be 9.
What? Yeah, it's 9:51 for me right now, Arthur.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same as you.
we're on Eastern Standard Time here.
Yep. Hi, Bullfanga.
Whereas Heavenly Myths, it's probably closer to 1 a.m.
Probably later.
Oh, it's 8:51 for him.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Come to think of it, like, I had some pretty nasty thoughts about my ex when that whole breakup happened personally, but it was a bit more like, oh, maybe I'll go over to his extremely fancy, expensive car and then slash the tires because screw you, buddy. But that's a crime, so. Oh crap.
Yeah.
As much as I
Exactly. If you're planning, it's like if the thought is make him regret dumping you, but burning his house down with him in it, don't do that.
Yeah. I just don't know if it would be healthy for me to do. Also, I don't know why I want to. It's weird.
Well, it's because
That's
you're
silly weird.
pissed that he was a dick.
Exactly.
It's pretty simple.
Also, silly 3 a.m. for me. Oh god.
It's like, it's pretty simple. You cared about him, and at the end he was a real,
Right bastard.
yeah. So you're pissed at him for being a right bastard, and you're pissed at yourself for not knowing why you still care about him. Well, it's kind of because the only thing he really, really did wrong was at the end there. Well,
As far
I
as I know.
shouldn't say that because that's really not accurate and that's not what I meant. And I'm pretty confident that you have a good idea of what I actually meant. But yeah. the probably the only really over the top shitty thing was what happened at the end.
Yeah.
Everything else just, you know, is one of those things where people will go, well, this is par for the course. Maybe they'll change something if I say something.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, dead. Terrible fewer dude. How can I make another dude regret his decision without being a total bastard or obvious about it?
Fuck his mom.
Sorry. Did that actually happen?
Actually, it better than that. Somebody, I think somebody picked on a guy, right? And like fucking 10 or 15 years later, after high school and shit, he went back after like getting his social like persona and
Like, super
social
crazy.
skills shit together. He went back and fucked that, not only that guy's mom, but his
Sister.
no, I don't think it was his sister. I think it was his fucking girlfriend. I think
Also?
he fucked the dude's girlfriend and his mother. And like took pictures and or videos of it
For proof.
for proof.
Which is
And like showed the guy.
yeah. Which is pretty hardcore.
Dude, it was really hardcore.
Like, it doesn't. I guess it hurts the feelings of the mom and the girlfriend, depending on if it was just like a one-night stand thing or
Dude,
not.
you know what the worst part was? Right?
Yeah.
The mom tried to get back in touch with the guy. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Really, really hard. And this is true fucking story. The mom really tried hard as fuck to get back in touch with the guy after this one night stand. And wound up calling the local radio station to try and help with the love issues. She explained, you know, great guy and this and that, you know, wonderful night, whole 9 yards, we had sex, you know, never got a call back, the whole 9 yards. And they, on live radio, and her on the other line, because, you know, three-way,
Yeah.
they started a three-way call, they get the dude on the phone and start, you know, trying to like, hey, this was going good, you know, you had a wonderful time, and he's like, you know,
I hate to be that guy.
Yeah, he's like, I really hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna have to tell you guys the truth here.
And told the story.
Like her son picked on me like all hell, and
I felt the best revenge was.
I felt the best revenge was to fuck his mom. Took me a while, but I did it.
Which is pretty amazing when you think about it.
And she was really into taking the photos that I later sent to him.
Ooh. Also, Heavenly says, that's a bit extreme. Got any smaller scale ideas? Along with a bunch of giggles.
Yeah, it was extreme. It was also fucking hysterical, the rest of that phone call. Oh my god. Dude, everybody in the radio station was losing their fucking minds.
Oh, no doubt.
Trying to keep it together.
Oh, yeah.
And she started she was on the three-way call and she started claiming rape, essentially. And he's like, oh yeah, right. I got a picture of you smiling into the camera, holding the camera and my dick in your mouth, taking the picture. Oh yeah, try claiming rape. That's gonna go over real well.
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like any sort of smaller scale thing would end up either like getting either you into trouble or just not feeling fulfilling enough, which could lead to worse things.
Yeah. The only thing that I can really say is one of those things that really doesn't feel fulfilling, even if it's told to you by other people, but is really not worth the time, the effort, the aggravation, any of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The getting even, the getting revenge, whatever, it's not worth it. Unless you really are, like, hell-bent on it and willing to go fuck his mom. And fucking his dad won't do it. It's gotta be his mom. Okay?
I mean, that is true, though.
Because if it's his dad, it's easy to label slut.
Yeah,
but if it's his mom, then it hurts.
It hurts. Oh my god.
Men are weird like that, okay?
No, that is true. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that is true enough. You can't do it that way.
Oh, you fucked my dad. Oh, my dad fucked you. Damn, he still got game.
Yeah. Oh crap, you got my mom. That's playing dirty, man.
Yeah. That's. Oh, I can't fuck. Oh my god, I can't believe you did that to me.
How could you?
How could you fuck my mom?
I don't think that is actually a weird thing. I know we got completely segued off of this, but
yeah, I know we got segued off of this.
Like, I'm just like, that is so strange.
And honestly, fucking a dude's mom hurts more than fucking his sister. Hurts a lot more.
You gotta think of the context, like the sister.
Exactly.
Like if you get the mom, like that means you played the mom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it just sucks because as much as I'm trying to change it, I still love him and I'm pissed at myself and him for it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
like again, it's not going to help, but it will just the ever so slightest amount. You did nothing wrong. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
All of that, from what I heard, was very clearly him and his own problems.
Yeah. That's kind of the hard thing. But even I'm thinking about like my breakup. I was very nasty to the guy. Like had him in tears nasty. It wasn't a good time. He was essentially like crying to my brother, like, oh my god, what do I do? All this sort of other stuff. And I essentially completely cut off ties with him. Never returned his calls, all that kind of stuff. Which is mean. Do I regret it? Not really.
I mean, he cheated on you more than once.
Yeah, and drunk at that.
Yeah. No, the first time was drunk. The second time and whatnot was sober.
It was the same girl.
And he met you with her and had
I don't
like lunch or whatever. Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember.
He made a very without saying a word, he made a very clear statement of,
Like, I'm gonna still be friends with this person.
no, it wasn't friends, it was, I'm fucking this person
Yeah.
today, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that ended the relationship.
Like, I actually was talking to a swinger about it at one point, because he was friends with the guy, and the swinger was like, how did you not stab him? Like, like when a swinger tells you, like, that sort of thing, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, when the swinger goes, that's a no-go, bro.
I mean, granted, with swingers, it's all about permission as well.
True,
So,
I think.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
At least that was this guy's whole shtick.
yeah.
So, yeah. It was a strange situation. And I guess every sort of breakup is a strange situation, to be fair. Ow. So I am terrible for ideas on that sort of thing, as far as like low-key revenge, so to speak. Because all of my ideas are extreme. Besides, like, that's a bad idea too. Besides, like, ruining one of his streams or something, which is
No.
a bad idea.
The closest you get to that is telling him, look, just cutting off all contact with him for a while.
It's like ripping off the Band-Aid, unfortunately.
Well, he wants her to still be mod on
Yeah.
his streams. And
It's true.
that's not really a get even thing. It's more of a your own mental health thing of telling him, no, I can't do this. I need to completely separate you from my life. At least for a few
while.
months.
I think it took me at least a year or so before I talked to my ex again.
Exactly.
Then again, he was also living with my brother at the time.
And you were forced to.
Yeah, pretty much. My brother called me, and of course I'll always answer for my brother. Always. And he's like, yeah, by the way... And he knew about the relationship too, my brother.
From day one.
From day one, yeah.
Actually, before day one.
Yeah, actually. Which, you can call that weird, but, I mean... Oh crap. But yeah. I told my brother what happened too, and he was like, yeah... He's not staying with me for very long. I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. It's still not gonna... I don't know, like... Even if you do something minor, it's unfortunately not really gonna provide much solace, if any. See, I have two minds currently. One is like, screw him, delete him, block him on everything. One is like, don't talk to him, keep him in the socials, try to make him jealous and regret his decision. Then maybe not even take him back. Oh, I see. Like the mean girl attempt, sort of thing.
Don't block
I don't know.
him, just ignore him.
Yeah, I would just ignore.
Just leave him on the socials, don't look at him, ignore him. Like, just... essentially tell him that, you know, you're not going to block him or anything, and you just need
Space.
to completely cut him out of your life for at least a few months. And, let him see the changes as you go on your diet and get your life together and shit. And when he says, I'm ready to get back together, you go, haha,
You missed
how
out?
about no?
How about no? Like, this is what you could have had, but you effed it up, you dick wagon.
He's like, how about no? Ask me again and I will block your ass.
Yeah. That's what... Oh, Diablos. That's where they start begging, if he's one of those kind of people.
Yeah, and then tell him to get bitch tattooed across his forehead. and you'll take him. And when he does, permanently, tell him no again.
That's some kind of nasty crap that I would pull. Are you gonna really dick with me right now, Diablos? Are we really gonna do this, buddy?
Well, if he's got a brain, he won't go for bitch on his forehead, but he might go for bitch as a tramp stamp across the top of his ass.
That would be funny as hell, actually. Something like that. Oh, like an Almadron plate. Ooh, stretchy. Ah! Make me squawk again. Alright, I think I'll do one more. Probably. Since it's getting pretty late for me. Well, for us. And I know it's obviously late for Heavenly, too.
Yeah, but it really more seems like Heavenly can't sleep and doesn't want us to leave.
True. Actually, that is a question. Would you rather us hang out for a while? I really don't mind. Tomorrow is a day off for me. Plus, I can play Monster Hunter all freaking night.
I knew you could. We could
ooh,
also
Rampage.
swap to a different game.
True. That is also a very big possibility, too. What do we got in these lists? I always like to go for the rampages for bits. Sure. Double Diablos.
Also, Heavenly, if you're gonna pull anything like that, don't put the then maybe not even take his ass back. Make it a 100% do not take back.
Yeah.
Because the way that ended, I do not see that type of person changing enough to be able to be in a real relationship.
Yeah, fair. Arthur has the cool cat.
That is cool, cat.
Indeed. Alright. There we go. I'm just constantly training the dudes. I already told him that in our last conversation, or last message, told him his excuse was crap. I told him it was unfair to say, "We will see when I open up again." Told him I loved him, but I won't be used as a doormat. Wished him luck with his stream and stuff, and told him if he ever was serious about being with me, that I was open for messaging me, but he shouldn't expect me to be there when/if he did. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's very reasonable.
You are mature and wise beyond your years.
Exactly. I don't know, I feel like when I've heard of situations where people are waiting for other people, it ends poorly. Because either they're waiting for someone that was at one point in time someone they loved, and then they end up changing for the worse, for example, or they change into something that's not the person that you loved, even if it's not necessarily worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
What would you like to do?
The number of bad stories that you hear
What would you like?
about people waiting for somebody else far outweighs the number of stories you hear
Spirits protect
that are good about somebody waiting for somebody else. And normally, the good ones are like fairy tales.
Yeah. Yawn. That is true.
Now,
I guess there's a difference too, though, when
there's
like...
also a difference in things separating people,
Mm-hmm.
and then them later on getting back together.
Like someone going to the military or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like the story for Bronze Cowboy. I forget
Yeah,
how that went, but they were apart for like 20 years, 30 years.
And then he went to, I think it was Greece?
No, he searched. He wound up having the internet help him search for them.
That's right, yeah.
And he found her. And I think she might have messaged him.
Or, like, yeah, because he was doing the Bronze Cowboy thing
Yeah.
for exposure, so to speak.
Yeah.
Not
Any
fully
which
for
way,
exposure, but...
they did meet via email after, God, decades and decades. It might have been like 40 years.
It was a long time.
Yeah. It was like, I know it was minimum of 20 years. Any which way, they did start talking, because it wasn't like a bad breakup or anything. It's just shit really didn't work out, life-wise and whatnot, and they had to go their separate ways, or they weren't together in the first place.
Something.
They wound up getting together and getting married and moved to Greece. Texas?
I think. Or Arizona?
Somewhere in the Midwest. Arizona, Texas.
Something like that, yeah. Right. So I broke contact with him. I wasn't gonna be that girl once I got my crap together and no longer. I don't think that's exactly how you are, but I think I understand. Getting on a dating site or getting out in the dating scene some way. One thing I can thank him for is helping me understand that I am tired of waiting for love to come to me. I'm ready to chase that tricky sucker. Fair enough. And a tricky sucker indeed.
Okay, so Mitz is ready to grab love by the dick
Understandable though, like.
and make it follow in tow.
Is there something to be said about, like, waiting around? Like, let's be honest,
It can work.
It can work.
It also
Yes.
takes a very special type of person.
To wait.
No
Or to-
offense to anyone. A special type of person on the woman's side. Like, it takes a special type of woman to be able to get the gusto to go out and search for it. Like, you know, be the leading force in that.
True. That is very true. Because normally the women are taught, like, oh, you know,
No,
the
it's
men have to
just,
make the effort, and blah, blah, blah.
it's just differences in how men and women are wired.
Oh, that's true.
Men are more wired to be, you know, essentially leader material.
True.
But it's because
Going
of
after
the things like testosterone and shit. We are wired and chemically driven and biologically driven to be driven.
It's true. Also, Heaven says, yes, pull it around pull it around like, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Grab
Grab life by the
whatever,
balls.
you know, whoever, whatever is not quite following in tow by sensitive bits. Get a nice, good grip, and they'll follow you.
Yup.
Because they don't want to lose it.
Myth goes from being the kidnapped to the kidnapper.
Yeah.
I know you won't actually kidnap anybody, but the image in my brain was kind of funny. Grab, 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 grab. Wolf has broken.
Takes a little more than that to break me.
Oh, God.
It's like, some people have found that out. Some people haven't.
Oh, God. Oy. I wonder if it's because I have such, like, bad advice for that sort of thing. Because, honestly, I got dumb lucky.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, sure. It all kind of just worked out. What?
And I had a leash joke go through my head.
Oh.
Some people find out I have a short leash. Other people find out I've got a longer leash than they thought.
Oh, me oh my.
Exactly. It's a stupid thing.
Fighting the last gym leader of Swords of Shield. What is happening? I'm killing a low-rank Anjanath because why not? I'm working through HR 3 village quests that I haven't completed yet. I got like 2 pages of the damn things to finish. But at least I'll have more money. That'll be nice. That's the other reason why I'm doing this, actually, because I'm so freaking broke. Also, like, nightclubs are out of the question, which leaves me really with dating sites. But, like, I know this might be bad thing to say, but, like, would you guys even use dating sites?
No, that's not a bad thing to say. That is a legitimate question. It is a well-grounded, well-founded, legitimate question. If this was 2 years ago, I'd say your chances of finding a good guy on a dating site that's just a dating site are probably slim. On a site that's like a matching site, like eHarmony, like Duo is referenced and whatnot,
Yeah.
maybe reasonably better, kinda. In your age bracket, not the best,
Yeah, true.
but possible.
I've known a couple people
Now,
that have had success with it.
well, like I said, age bracket wise, that's
Yeah.
an important thing there. When you start talking things like eHarmony, a good matching site, you're starting to talk 30, 35 years old, where
True.
it's going to be people who, on both sides, are actually looking for meaningful relationships.
Yeah, true.
In the age bracket of 15 to 25-ish, they're looking for one-night stands, at best.
Yeah, true.
But here we are, 2 years later, not present day, and I'd say your chances of finding a decent person who is looking for a meaningful relationship on those sites is considerably higher than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because things like nightclubs and shit are basically out of the question. Kind of because of Corona.
Yeah.
Everybody has kind of been forced out of in-person gatherings.
Out of the dating scene.
Yeah. And those people who have been cooped up for a year or more and want to have human contact
I'm reading a
are going on to those same places. Or at least I would totally expect them to be. I don't have anything other than just my thoughts to back this up. But my thoughts and, 1 + 1 kind of math goes, well, the only places left are the internet.
True.
And, friends of friends.
I need someone in their 20s. X was 28. I don't like young boys. Most guys in my close age bracket. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I do say be careful with too far up. So that's kind of a mistake I made. But at the same time, the dude was immature as hell, so take it for what you want.
I think your mistake, even though too far up is a legitimate thing for that.
You're in your 20s at this point, it doesn't really matter as much.
I think your problem was that you were too far down.
True.
I don't know. I live under a rock. Okay? The most outgoing thing that I do is sit on here with Dire Fox.
True.
Like, I have friends that I haven't called in years because I don't talk to people. I don't do social interaction for the most part.
Unless you're present.
Yeah.
Even then,
I'm
though.
present.
Sorry, I was
Exactly, and even then, yeah. I'm the guy at a party that's not a bad person. I just sit in a corner because I'm uncomfortable and don't know what the fuck to do.
I wish you luck.
20s and 30s are age ranges I like. I don't think I would do 42 big age difference. Yeah. That I can understand.
At 21, I feel like more than like 32 is too far out.
Yeah, generally anything over 10 years gets a little weird.
At that age. I mean, if it's 50 and 75, that's different.
You're grown freaking adults, so you can figure it out.
Yeah. But at 21, I feel like more than 10 or 11 years is probably a little too far out. Granted, if they find somebody in that like 35, maybe 40 range, there are those rare cases where it's like, oh, those two really kind of should be together.
Plus, young men these days are harder to, well, not as mature as they were, I don't think.
I think you need to remove one of those words from that statement.
Oh.
Young... what? Good luck finding somebody who actually fits the description of M-E-N or M-A-N.
Sure enough. Yes, but I am weird. Yeah, well.
Like I said.
Who knows? I'm not gonna fault you if you find somebody who's like 35 or whatever.
Yeah, but once you go above like 28, you start really increasing the chances of somebody essentially trying to take advantage of the lack of life experience and more or less con you into a relationship where you think it's going to be long-term and meaningful, and they might already have a wife,
and they're just
or they might be intending on being with you for a month or a year or two and not actually hang on to the relationship for a long term, like permanent long term.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They're just looking for an easy fuck buddy for a long time until they find somebody their age, or until they find somebody as a replacement that's younger.
Yeah.
Like, some people do go through younger women, or in some cases, boys.
Yeah.
There are women who do the same thing,
We call them
like
cougars.
you do cars. Like you do
Yeah.
new cars, where you lease a car for a couple of years and you just trade it in on the new model.
So I need to figure out dating sites before touching anyone with a with a barge pole. Yeah. Plus, I don't know what the cultural differences are either. Oh, that was such a tasty dodge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is the cultural differences, which sometimes aren't anything to even, you know, mention.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some that are just huge that we wouldn't know about.
Yeah. Where's Phoenix when you need him? Yeah, one of the other guys who he started working, so needless to say, he can't pop in nearly as late as we're streaming. He's also in the UK, and I forget how old he is. He's somewhere in our age group, I think.
Like 30?
I think so. I don't remember.
Is he taken?
I don't know, actually. That's a question. I have no idea. Not a question I've thought to ask him. But I would totally be like, hey, yo, Phoenix, what's the dating scene like in the UK? I know nothing about your country. Also, maybe not long distance this time. Not that being long distance with the X bothered me, but it's easier to figure people out in person than through text. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
This is actually make you laugh. I used to yell at Duo all the time, because both me and him are terrible over text message. Like, I'm short, very, like, to the point in my text messages, so it came off as I was, like, angry or something. And Duo being Duo was a sweetheart, and was just like, what'd I do? I didn't mean to make you mad, I'm sorry! I'm like, no, everything's fine, you're just, I don't know what you're reading into this. But also, you know, he would forget that I can't read tone either. So, we got into a couple of small, I wouldn't even necessarily say arguments about it. Yeah, long distance is tough.
Yeah.
Like, we have a friend in Florida that did some long distance stuff. I don't know how well that really worked out for her, unfortunately, but...
To my memory, I don't remember it working out.
yeah.
Hey,
Hit the
Metal
master
Vent!
card. Hey, Metal Vent, how's it going? We're in a weird sort of... not weird, rather. I'm trying to figure out what the dating scene is like these days, because obviously me and Wolf aren't in the market, and I'm trying to offer advice to Heavenly. Maybe you got an idea.
Yeah, we're doing okay. and yeah, Heavenly was asking, essentially, ways to find a decent guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, dating sites and shit. And, you know, because none of us really think that dating sites are a decent way of finding a good guy, but
We're suspicious.
at the same time, Corona.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, like, I know a guy who is married now because of it. Because of the dating site. Actually, I know two guys, but one was, like, from 10 years ago, so... And the other was a bit more recent. Is he too young for that? Fair enough.
Oh, you're young? Okay.
Oh god. Ow.
I don't know, I'm weird, I just assume everybody's old. Like, I always assume everybody's my age or older.
I always assume that I'm the oldest person in the group. That's always how it goes. Already need to finish high school. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you got some time then. Let's see. That's because you old, Wolf. Technically, I'm older than Wolf is. By what, like 5 months?
Something like that. I mean, I can't deny that now that I'm 30. I mean,
right.
I've never felt 30.
I have also never
I never
felt
even
30.
felt 20.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so strange.
God, I don't think I've ever even felt 18.
I don't know. I guess it depends. Like, I certainly feel that I'm not old per se, but I'm more mature than I was when I was like 13. But beyond that, I can't really speak to it. You're a rare gem, Fox. Wolf is just a common ancient rubble. You're such a gem too, Mitz.
That still says that you're older because gems are older than societies.
Oh, certain rocks.
No,
I'm just prettier.
gems are older than societies. Because they generally came about more along the lines of when the Earth was formed.
True. I guess that also just means I'm prettier. Pat wolf. Okay, sorry, that was mean. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You know we like the jokes.
Yep.
That was a nifty little dodge. I'm doing pretty well with their gun lance thing here.
The jokes are usually pretty reasonably clearly jokes.
Oh yeah. Crap. Holy crap, Craig killed Rathian's Duraludon? What? Craig is your Slowbro, isn't it? Yes, be fine. Perfectly fine, demon. Easy. Right? I mean, it is a low rank one, so...
Hey, Heavenly, just remember, the demons are the ones that actually punish the bad people. So, technically, they might actually be the good guys.
Right? I keep hearing that, like the Velociraptor meme. Of, like, if Satan punishes the bad guys, does that mean he's at least decent? That sort of thing. Oh, me am I. Why are you bullying Monroe? Because I don't have the fancy red check mark. That's literally the only reason. And I'm also broke AF. Or I was.
You mean penniless.
I was very penniless.
You're a pauper.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, it's not really a great reason. It's just because... Like, we bullied Teostra last time we were playing Monster Hunter. Well, not bullied, but I got lucky with Teostra a couple times. And I don't have my red check marks, and it's bothering me. Therefore, imagine bullying Wild Rabbit because I don't have the nice red bow! I know, right? It's essentially the equivalent. I should really go to sleep, but at this point I will be waking up in 4 hours anyway for shopping, so guess no sleep for me. Oh no! I found that getting at least like
4 hours is 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I would recommend sleep, personally. Sleep is good. RIP! Yeah.
It's like most women say, 4 inches is 4 inches.
God damn it, I didn't expect that! Oh, crap. Like,
You'd be amazed what you can do with that.
You keep catching me every time.
Until next time.
God damn it. Oh.
It's not about this. It's not about how much you get. It's about how you use it.
What's the motion of the ocean thing? What's that?
Oh. Okay, here's an American joke along those lines. You know, women say it's not the size that matters. It's the motion of the ocean. But you know, the counter to that is that's true. But it's pretty hard to get to England in a rowboat.
Mm-hmm. Also, middle sentence says, "What is sleep?" That doesn't mean anything if you were also a dick. True.
Unless you're gay.
I suppose, yeah. I don't know.
Then it means everything.
Alright.
It's the only choice then.
Jesus. Yeah, Metal, you popped into a fun conversation, eh?
It's a middle of the night 18 and up conversation, whatever.
There's a reason why the streams are labeled 18 and up. May contain direwolf, may contain direfox. Oh, man. Actually, that begs the question. I wonder if,
I am such
Jeannie
a
is still
great
around.
example for my teenage nephews and niece.
That's the thing that drives them freaking nuts, is that we always show them these crazy things.
That's one of the things that drives them nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Showing them stupid fucking YouTube videos that are just like, mind-melting.
Like, today was pretty fun, because I showed my nephew some old Weird Al songs. And we saw the music videos for, was it Rocky Road?
I love Rocky Road and what was it? Amish Paradise.
Mm-hmm. Handy was another one.
Handy was another one. This here Anakin guy?
Yeah, that was The Saga Begins. Was that was called?
Ah, the saga begins. Yeah. My, this here Anakin guy.
Maybe Vader someday later, but now.
But right now,
he's small fry or something.
yeah,
I can't
but right
remember.
now he's a small fryer. For now,
I have
he's
the
a
beat
small
wrong.
fry.
But yeah, one of the ones that's one of my favorites from Weird Al is called Tacky. And it's freaking amazing. The music video is also great. And the
It's
song
two
is
and a-
just so smart.
The music video is 2.5 minutes and is one continuous
Take.
shot.
Yep.
One take.
Indeed. Yay. My nephews and niece are getting old now. Niece is turning 16 soon. I missed them when they were little. Oh man. I think, what is it? The oldest nephew is what? 16 as well?
No.
How old is he?
18 or 19 is
Is
the
he?
oldest nephew, but this one is, I think, 16-ish.
Okay. You don't act like it. Then again, I'm a harsh judge of character and age, I suppose. Fun fact, if you cut these in his claws, it would slide forever without being able to stop itself. Oh! That makes sense. Now I have a mission. Is it just... Alright,
I wonder if you can actually do that in Monster Hunter.
What?
Cut his claws and have him hit everything while he's trying to move around.
Let's find out.
Or, I should say, break his claws.
Working on it. Damn it. Like, I know that works for, Varidoff. If you break his little, winglets, he slides around a little bit. Alright, music. I'm covered in bubbles.
Oh yeah, I showed the niece Mr. Tepish's tank emblems that are going to go on the sides of his tank, the vinyls,
Yeah.
and I gave her the little bit of the story that it's actually the old Dracula book symbol and whatnot, and showed her the hidden 1275 and shit in it, and was like, the tank's going to be black, and this is going to be essentially blood red on the side of it underneath of the clear coat with it.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's gonna look good. Because, you know, she's the artsy one. I figured she'd like to hear about it, and she really did.
Well, that's good. I wasn't sure how she would feel about that.
Well, when I gave her some of the other backstory on why he picked it and shit, yeah,
I got
she
ya.
thought it was really fucking cool.
Oh, piss. She's artsy, but that's...
She's artsy, but it doesn't mean she's good at it.
I haven't really looked at it all that much, so I couldn't really speak to that part.
She's artsy, but it doesn't mean she's good at it.
Fair enough. I'll trust your word on it. Alright, Mizu. Dang it.
And when I say artsy, I mean she loves art.
Mm-hmm.
And pink unicorns and whatnot, but whatever.
Yeah, she's one of them.
It doesn't matter that she's like 14.
Yeah, that's fine. Just because I preferred Tonka trucks over Barbie dolls doesn't mean I'm biased or anything, does it? It does. I'm totally biased. I forgot to sharpen. Mizu, I need you to not hit me for a minute. Good lad.
Okay, I think I might take your advice. I need sleep.
Sleep.
Night, night.
Morning, everyone. Fair enough. Have good rest, Heavenly.
Yeah, Heavenly. Have a good night's sleep. We may or may not stream late tomorrow
I know
or
Duo
later
will.
this week. Yeah, Duo should be streaming tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow night for you.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Pick up some good shit at the store for cheap.
Yep.
Yada yada yada.
Find all the good things.
Exactly. See you next time.
Indeed. Oh, Jesus.
middle of it. Good night!
Yeah, I do the same thing. Good day. Good night. I'm not gonna be able to break Paul by the time he's dead. What's that? Oh, here we go.
What does it make me if I never really want to wish fucking a woman sweet dreams? It's like, no.
I don't know.
I'm not, no. It's like, let's
Being
not
lazy.
do that.
Wait, what about being lazy? Freaking hell. Oh god. Sleep like everyone. Oh, fair enough. I used to actually know a girl from high school who was like, sleep is a waste of time. Like, that's how she legitimately felt about sleep.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. Oh crap.
Yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, no, I usually feel like if I'm telling a fucking woman,
Freaking hell.
good night, it's either good night, it's not good night and sweet dreams, it's either good night or it's like good night, lewd dreams. Sweet dreams has no place in there. It's one or the other, damn it.
Do lewd dreams
Like
count
it's
as
it's
sweet dreams?
almost always, it's like 99% time or more, just fucking good night.
Right. I mean, that like 8 hours of your day that you're not moving, right? You could be you could be doing so many other things. I had no intention of sleep tonight. Even after the stream ends, my Sunday will be spent sitting around, no Discord, no pixel art, not even chilling. I'm just going to exist. That is like the epitome of, not couch potato, but just exist.
Nothing box.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't know what the Nothing Box is, it's like something like a TEDx.
TED Talk.
Yeah, it's something like a TED Talk or whatnot. It might have actually been a comedian who was actually like a neuroscientist.
I don't remember.
Any which way, you can find it on YouTube. It's
hilarious.
You can find it under the Nothing Box. I believe the guy who's doing it is an older black man.
I don't remember.
He's older. He definitely seems like he's like 40 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
And man, does he have personality.
Oh yeah.
And it's such a clear explanation as to some of the major differences between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's hilarious.
men have something that is kind of affectionately termed the Nothing Box.
I get stuck into a black hole for 1 second, then me get spit out. I don't know. I'm just eating a piece of bread. That might be what you're thinking of. Sometimes I wish I had a Nothing Box. And then there's other times I'm glad I don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking insurance!
Like, I could see how it would be nice once in a while, but at the same time, you easily get lost in that fucking box.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the point of the box, sort of. Not really. I don't know, I can't
The
describe
point
the
of the
Nothing
box is to be able to sit there and wait for something when you're hunting. That's my simple belief on the biological, natural reason why men have a Nothing Box.
I wish you luck.
Hunting.
I never thought about that, actually.
It's the very simplest explanation.
It makes a lot of sense, actually. Because, like, if you're sitting there, say you're ambush hunting or something, right?
Yeah, you need to be calm and collected and relaxed for hours at a time.
Mm-hmm. Because you can't alert the thing that you're hunting. And that sort of thing.
And if you're always on high alert,
You
looking
exhaust
for
yourself.
what you're looking for what you're hunting, you're going to be exhausted.
But in
At
this,
least
this
mentally, before it ever gets there, and then you're going to fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. And then, of course, way back when, women were taking care of the village and stuff, and the children and whatnot, and later the finances and all that other stuff. So, constantly thinking and constantly
It's funny
moving.
to me every time, like, I think of or hear finances mentioned in, women's
duties.
more traditional, expanded duties in like Rome and whatnot. Because
In Rome,
really
it
and
was.
true, yeah, really and truly in like the Roman Empire, like 80% of everything that had to be done in the household
Was the woman.
was the woman.
More than that, even.
No. I'm counting all the things outside of the household, things that
Oh,
were
okay.
contributed, like working and bringing in money.
Oh, okay.
Like 80% of all of it was women. The wives were trusted with like handling real estate and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were trusted with doing a lot.
The education of the children.
Yeah. But one of the things that always is funny to me, as a side thought that just blows through my mind at 1,000,000 miles an hour and right out the other side,
Damn it.
is math.
Uh-huh.
Women are, let's not say they're bad at math.
They're just not wired for it as well.
Math is not their strong suit, generally,
Generally
biologically in their brain. Math is it is men's strongest suit in those typical classes
Usually,
in school. Women's strongest suit is generally
English
language.
or... Yeah.
So
Generally.
like not like second languages, but like actual primary language. Like if you're German,
English,
German.
or,
If
yeah.
you're American, English. The language arts fucking classes are the classes that women excel at with ease because their brains are wired to understand it easier
Sorry, I am...
biologically, and men are wired to understand math easier more often.
Mm-hmm. And yet, way back when.
Yeah, even now, women are usually associated with running the household and the finances,
Managing
so
the checkbook and stuff.
balancing the checkbook and shit, so doing math.
That is kind of funny, actually. Huh. I never really put that much thought into it, but...
It's not, it's more, that much effort into the explanation.
Yeah. Oh god, have you ever heard of the country song, Mr. Mom?
Yes, I believe I have.
One of the things that he sings about is, like, how the wife was balancing the checkbook, juggling bills, etc., thinking there was nothing to it. And at the end of the week or whatever, when she's back from, like, a vacation or something, I forget what the story of the song was. He was like, nope, your job now. Bye. I'm going back to work.
Oh god, I might be thinking of a completely different song.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was from, freak, what was it? Lone Star something?
Don't know.
I don't remember what the band was called. This was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand here.
And for some reason, you just reminded me of Cadillac Cowboy.
Cadillac Cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh?
Might not be the name of the song.
Freaking hell. I'm good on everything else except for this freaking Rathalos. It's kicking my butt. It's actually nice that the OG Rathalos is legitimately, like, mucking me up.
Yeah, it is.
Because God knows I'm kind of like, alright, yeah, oh boy, it's a Rathalos. Amazing. But now, it's actually like, oh, frick. Cool. I might actually have to try. That sort of thing.
1, your laptop is fully charged, and
Oh.
2, you should probably check the stream on your cell phone just to be sure.
Make sure we're still going.
Yeah.
Because I have a connection. Oh, now it says it's good connection. But yeah, I'll double check.
He's landing again.
That's a Remobra. We're fine.
Oh.
Let's put that there. Yeah, looks like we're still good.
Okay.
Huh! That's a hole.
Yeah, it is.
This way? Question mark? I don't know where I'm going. I'm not familiar with the
Like
lobby.
you
Aye. I am actually considering making this the last hunt of the night though, so I'm getting tired.
Okay.
What was the buzzing noise? Buzzing noise. That might have been me unplugging my computer. Because it makes a little boop noise. Or it could have been me putting my phone down on the where the mic stand is. Well, quote-unquote mic stand.
I mean, your phone getting close to the microphone could cause,
Interference?
yeah, what is it? RFI interference.
Yeah. I hear buzzing again?
Well, you just
It
picked
should-
up your phone and
I moved it. Yeah, I moved it out of the way.
Is it gone?
Yeah, is it still there? I just locked the phone again. Oh. Ah! Your fireballs are so much more tricky.
Okay, it's on. Yeah, she placed her phone down and you mentioned something, and then she picked her phone up after hearing about it potentially being the phone, and moved it, and like, probably 2 or 3 seconds after she picked up the phone, your message of it
It stopped.
of buzzing again came in. So
Alright, noted.
yeah, more than likely it was the phone.
Yeah.
If it comes back, it's not the phone, and it's something else we're gonna have to sort out. Potentially the actual microphone or something.
Yeah, hopefully not. This microphone's been pretty good to us so far.
Occasionally, we have had issues with the cooling fans and laptop backfeeding interference through the microphone.
True. That was with the
That
old
was
mic.
that was a failing microphone, but still.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, I'll have the 2 hours, 45-minute mark. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Which direction do I go? I think I go this way. I like the Lava Caverns map, but it's still unfamiliar territory for me. Obviously, Shrine Ruins is the map I actually kind of know because it was always in the demo. It was the only one in the demo, after all. Okie dokie. Well, on the plus side, with Rathalos dead, that means, we only have half of HR3, which means the rest are high rank. Oh! Wait, no, get the dog, this is gonna be fun. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Oh, he's so high in the freaking air. Oh, there we go. Hi, Magna. Could you get out of the way, please? I'm busy. Okay. I think I hit both of them. That was a bit much on the damage numbers there. I don't remember what your attacks are, buddy. Oh god. Actually, you know what? Better yet, I don't need to attack Magna. I just need to ride Magna. Alrighty. I have a sneaky suspicion we might kill Rathalos with Magna. Which should be fine. What is this one?
I can tell that this is low-ranked Magna.
Oh yeah. Let us destroy the Rathalos! Boom. Alright, Magna, now I need
For
you
some
to dig
reason,
off.
I feel like the Mounted Punisher on low-ranked Magna is better than the Mounted Punisher on high rank.
I don't know. It should be the same.
I know it should be, but
I haven't really paid attention to them that much.
I think there's something else up there in the darkness. Whatever.
I'll carve for Rathalos first and I'll run over there. Give me one name turf war where Magna loses. It's so boring seeing Magna always win against the flying guys, even the 3 elders. Maybe get a new monster in the second expansion that wins or fights him to a draw. That would be nice. Because Magna shouldn't be winning against Kashala, those kind of guys, or like Teo.
Especially with how easy we walk, the community walks Magna.
Yeah, now. Well, actually, I really do wonder if, whatever we get in the update, whatever Ibushi Narwa's offspring is, or a combination or whatever, if it'll be an environment like this, like an actual map, or if it'll be an arena like Narwa.
No idea.
Because we obviously can't fight Narwa while there are other monsters on the board, but we can with Ibushi. Sort of. I can't remember if Ibushi actually calls monsters into the rampage as well. Alright, let's see who else is on. So I know I'm getting hungry and tired.
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes I've really started crashing.
Yeah, I noticed. Kind of one of the other things I was like, maybe it's probably a good enough time to call here. We've been going for almost 3 hours. So.
And it's almost 11.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you found Carl's on. Let's see. Capcom, our flagship, looks like. Oh god. Looks cool, but the fight is kinda easy. Let's make him the most powerful turf war fighter in the game. That'll make the fans like him, right? Oh god, am I lagging really bad? Alright, that might just be my computer.
It also might be our internet.
Yeah. He's doing a Star Wars Lego thing? I don't think I've actually gotten to raid You Found Carl. Let's do that.
Okay.
You Found Carl. So You Found Carl is a aspiring strongman, I believe. So for every follow that he gets, he bends a
he
like
bends
a spike.
he bends a steel spike, like a small steel rod, for every person who follows.
Yeah, he's a cool lad. I think he does a variety of different things stream-wise. Right now he's doing Lego stuff, like literal physical Legos, not like Lego games. So,
Which is actually really cool.
Yeah, I don't really see very many like craftsman Lego people these days.
Bet you can't break a Lego even though it can bend steel.
Those
fuckers are indestructible.
Oh my god. Yeah, they are.
Particularly if you're stepping on them.
Mm-hmm, right? Oh man. Alright guys, have a good night. As always, thank you for keeping me company. Maybe tomorrow we will stream? I don't know. Everything is so up in the air these days.
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
See you next time, guys.
Till later.